When last we left our heroes, a carriage dispatched by Madame Verine and carrying her personal attendant, Devalor Detlev, affectionately named Dave by the party, had whisked them away from Bride Hollow and the festivities of Odicfest. After thwarting Felix's attempt to take the coachman's seat, the team of 4 nightmares began the lengthy journey to Verine Manor. A bizarre change in the daylight outside the carriage was explained away by Devalor Detlev by saying the nightmares preferred to travel in the border ethereal, an admission that did nothing to calm the fears of our heroes. Settling in for an extended journey, the voice of Locacius came to Felix in a series of increasingly testy sending spells that ended as abruptly as they began. Conversation eventually fell to the book that Natari carried, which the elven priest produced for inspection. Titus's attempt to identify the tome was mostly inconclusive, suggesting it to be either incomplete or unactivated. The bulk of the book held esoteric and complex magical formulae, but a perpetually nosy Petra noticed a scribble in the margins written in a bastardized form of deep speech. A casting of comprehend languages revealed more of these margin notes scattered throughout the book, all seemingly recorded in code or dead languages to conceal their meaning and initially mistaken for obscure pictographs or other assorted esoterica. Most of these were simple and puerile threats amounting to little more than stubborn tantrums, but some offered suggestions on various material components that might be of use in the ritual described within the book, and one toward the end suggested something of interest might be found, quote, beyond the Grimalkin Ridge, which is to say, in the Shatterlands. Discussion was abruptly cut off as the coach began to slow to a halt. Devalor Detlev emerged from the carriage to investigate the and found a hulking behemoth of a creature blocking the path ahead. After a bit of a standoff, the nightmares engaged the creature to clear the way. A particularly brutal fight ensued, with the nightmares barely emerging victorious without sustaining any losses, save perhaps a random spellcaster who blinked in at the wrong time and the wrong place. That excitement behind them, our heroes piled back into the carriage and were once more on their way. There is no daylight in the border ethereal, and thus no way to approximate the time, but as Titus tucks away his spellbooks and Emma completes the day's batch of healing potions, the lateness of the hour is plainly evident by virtue of the fatigue that has crept into everyone's muscles and minds. The light inside the carriage dims as you tuck yourselves into various corners of the interior and the quiet rumble of the wagon wheels begin to lull you into the fitful sleep of travel, until a sudden lurch of the carriage shakes you all to attention. This jostle is immediately followed by the sensation of ascent as the coach inclines steeply as if climbing a hill. A startled Devalor sits up, throws back the curtain, sticks his head out the open window. You watch as the tenseness in his shoulder relaxes, and as the footman brings his head back inside, a wry smile curls his lips. He folds his hands in his lap and says, well, this is a rare treat. They usually only fly when they carry the madam herself. That should make the ride much more smooth. Apologies. Have a good sleep, everyone. And tucks himself into the corner. The carriage gently inclines for probably about 3 or 4 minutes before leveling off, and an exceptionally smooth ride ensues.
Are we in the sky right now? Like above the ground?
Yep.
That's what I understand.
I'm just gonna look at the window.
Right.
So you pull back the curtain, and indeed, beneath you, probably 40 or 50 feet down, you just see a tree line passing underneath the carriage. And also, as you crane your head and look forward toward the front of the coach, you see jets of flame shooting out from the hooves of the nightmares, forming 2 long jets longer than the coach itself, which give, in some arcane way, seeming path for the wheels of the wagon to turn on, as if they are spinning along rails.
And then just kind of watches for a few seconds, and he's like, huh. Sits back down, and you said she finished the potions?
Yeah, you have at this point just finished the potions probably about 20 or 30 minutes ago, and had just begun to tuck yourselves away into into a position that was comfortable for sleep.
Well, I guess I'd rather be way up in the sky than
That's
over the
awesome.
water, so
That's so cool.
I'm sure this will be fine.
Titus's eyes are
And
very
Petra's
wide.
just gonna curl up into a little ball and go to sleep, I guess.
Okay.
Have any of you used those potions I gave out?
I haven't.
No.
And like Emma just sets she's got 3 potions set in front of her and she just stuffs them into her bag.
Wait a second. You've been giving out potions?
Yeah, I gave everybody 2 potions of healing. I think you would have them. This was the session you showed up late at the ogre fight.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I
if you
was
don't,
like-
if you're not showing them in your inventory, Christian, just add 2 potions of healing to Felix's inventory.
Okay. It's kind of like that moment in We Are the Millers. You guys are getting paid for this?
Nice.
Titus isn't going to be able to sleep. We're in the air. We're in the ethereal plane. It's going to be a very restless sleep for him. So
Okay.
he's not even.
Xanthan's been sleeping up until this point, right?
Say what?
Xanthan's been asleep up until this point, right?
Well, yeah, you would have tucked out a little bit earlier because you didn't have anything really to keep your attention.
Can
Like a
Petra
child.
keep?
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Can Petra keep writing on his face while he's asleep?
Sure.
Like it wears off after an hour, right?
Mage
He's
hand,
gonna-
I believe so.
All right. He's her own personal Etch-a-Sketch now, so she's just gonna doodle.
What kind of a doodle, just so that we can visualize it?
Oh, hearts and stars and unicorns and probably lots of penises. So
Excellent.
all over.
I
He's
knew it
gonna
was
look like a
coming. I was
damn
just feeling-
mandala.
Felix is going to look up and go, "Oh, Petra, do the one where the nostrils are the balls and you draw the shaft up the nose. So when he's laying back and sleeping, it looks really obvious."
Xanthan worked.
Done. And Petra gives her little fingers in the almost like the Disney Channel thing, but upside down and in penis
This is
shape.
Petra, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Emma is gonna sit. She's gonna scoot up with her back against the side of the carriage, and she's going. Do I have a? I do not. Okay. Does anybody have a pencil and paper?
I have.
I can write something on Xanthion's face if you want. There's still a little room on his left cheek.
Leave
No, I need
Xanthan
to-
alone.
Wrong.
I have a quill and a journal. Do you want a page?
That'll work.
So I take the journal that I would have writing, flip to the very back, and I just rip a page out.
She takes the paper and the quill that you offer,
Mhm.
and she's gonna sit down and just kind of. I mean, she's using ink, so it's not gonna be great. Mistakes are permanent, but she's sitting down and doing like a really crude sketch of a face. You can't quite tell what it is yet, or who.
Okay. And of course, Emma does not need to sleep, so I assume that's what you were working on for a while.
Yeah.
Titus just stares out the window, wide-eyed, scared to death, until he passes out.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll say one by one, each of you fitfully for some, relatively easily for others, those of you who are accustomed to sleeping on the road, one by one sleep finds you as the what was a rumble of wagon wheels has now just become a soft glide forward through the night sky of the border ethereal.
Before Felix knocks out, can I see the book that Dave was reading?
It is currently put away. It is tucked inside of his cloak right now.
He should be like, he was really protective of it. It'd be funny if he's like curled around it. Fetal position.
I mean, based on the fact that this is exceptionally close quarters, you do know approximately where it is on his person just by watching him tuck it away.
Titus is paying very close attention to Dave's facial structure, clothing, and the likes, just in case.
Creepy.
Just in case.
Gotcha.
Is he pretty?
Well, I can shape change into him later.
Spoilers.
As its uses.
All right. Is everybody conking out, or is anybody actually staying up to try to stay on watch? Obviously, Emma is up because she doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
About halfway through, Xanthan will probably wake up and just to like make sure nothing bad happens.
Petra's passing out.
All right.
It's about
And,
what time in game? It's like midnight.
In game, yeah, after the nightmares had taken to the sky and all of that settled down a little bit, and then about maybe another half hour passed as people were, tucking themselves in, and Petra like finishing the last dick on Xanthion's nose. Probably by this point we're probably pushing 12:30.
Did we get a rest somewhere?
Well, by this point you would have probably had 2 or 3, because we basically just passed right through the last 2 days of
Okay.
Odic Fest.
Okay, I was wondering because I saw that I had my spell slots back. I thought I had I used them for the sending, so that confused me.
Mhm. And that was the day. That was the next
day
to
that we
last
took
day.
off.
Yeah.
So Felix is gonna pop that, and I'll send you that over Messenger.
Sure.
So not to take out time from the session.
Okay. And one by one, you guys all fall into sleep, with the exception of Emma. Xanthion, you do wake up a little bit earlier because you were the one who conked out. Probably around, I would say you're probably up around 3 or 4 a.m. You just kind of come to. Everybody else is just like still sawing logs. Emma sketching something on her piece of paper. You would have a glance of it because you actually are sitting right across from Emma. So what is it that Emma is drawing, Isaac?
Emma is drawing a what looks like a young man, not anyone in particular that he, at least not that he knows, but she's just sitting there trying to, and she looks like really focused on some of like the facial features and stuff.
Xanthan just kind of leans over a little bit and is like, "What you drawing there, Emma?"
New face.
A new face?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and make a few. Since
Xanthan
you know,
observed by
and like I imagine like Emma like just to kind of remind him, Emma blinks for, and then like her eyes go to the fey slitted cat eyes, and she blinks again. They go back to normal.
Yeah. In like one blink, it's like the white of her eyes has become green, and the iris of her eyes has become yellow with a black slit in the middle. And then blinks again, and it's gone.
Yeah, Xanthan just kind of leans back and just kind of watches around, just kind of like not watches everyone sleep, but like make sure we stay like on course as much as he's capable of making sure that happens.
Okay. So like, wait. So you're trying to make sure that the coach stays on course?
Just like there isn't like any like sudden like changes in direction we're moving.
There has been no change in direction since you got on. If you want to roll me a survival check at disadvantage because you are in the border ethereal, so it is a close approximation of the prime. But still a 15. Yeah. As based on where on the map it was pointed out to you that Verine Manor was located in like relation to Bright Hollow. Yeah, this seems like you are in exactly the right spot.
Shannon, my apologies. I said messenger. I meant to say the Roll20 chat. If you want me to send it in messenger, I can.
No, I just got it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all Xanthion's gonna do.
Okay. And hold on just 1 second.
Actually, is there a way to like see like the nightmare things through the or would I have to like stick my head out and
These windows open.
okay.
To be able to see in front of the carriage, you would have to stick your head out and look.
Okay. He's just gonna stick his head out long enough to do hunter sense on one of them,
Mm-hmm.
just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Well, you would have to stick your head out the left-hand side. So we will say that you get a glimpse of this one, and I will mark it with Hunter's Sense.
Hunter sense tells me its vulnerabilities and its immunities.
Oh, I was thinking Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Does him opening up the window make enough ruckus for those of us to notice, even if we're sleeping?
I mean, you guys aren't doing anything close to what would be like highway speed, so it would be about like rolling down the window while you're cruising down Main Street. It's probably not, I would say. Why?
Okay, I didn't know how fast they were going.
They have a fly speed of 90, but they are not doing a full 90 because they are pulling the carriage. Even though there's 4 of them, this is a huge coach. So I'll say they're moving about 45 around. So yeah, just a nice gentle pace.
Okay.
Actually moving a little bit faster in the sky than you were on the ground for obvious reasons. Okay, so Hunter Sense.
It's damage immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities, and what the creature is if it's not hidden from divination magic.
Well, it is a nightmare, which is a fiend. It is immune to fire, and that is its only immunity.
Okay.
Okay.
No abilities or anything?
No vulnerabilities. No vulnerabilities. No word that means I'm strong against this.
Immunities.
No, that's not immunities. The half step down from immunities. Resistance.
Resistance.
No resistances. There we go. It's been a long fucking week. Okay.
Yeah, it's been-
Yeah. So you lean out, just kind of like, that's a nightmare. Hey guys, these are nightmares.
He says to everyone while everyone except Emma is asleep.
Yes, exactly.
It's, these are nightmares. No shit.
Ned
bringing
might
your-
be awake. Ned might be awake.
Ned never sleeps.
Yeah.
So if
That's
Ned is
horrifying.
here, then Ned is awake.
Yeah, Ned's here. We had him all in the last session and all that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you can dismiss him at any time, so I didn't know if you
I
knew.
only dismiss him if he asks to go.
Yep.
So,
So no, he is
Attempt to pet Ned.
curled up in Felix's lap. Felix is just kind of like Felix is like head back, like face up toward the roof of the ceiling of the carriage, and Ned is just kind of doing kitty biscuits in his lap.
Xanthion's gonna attempt to pet Ned. See if he'll let him. Just kind of.
You would have to reach all the way over Emma like literally be in Emma's lap. Which, trust me, I'm not saying Xanthion wouldn't
has a
do.
goose
I'm
in her
just
lap.
setting the stage.
Oh yeah,
Emma has a
Xanthion's
goose in her lap.
Yeah, Emma
Super
has
awkward.
Emma has Duck in her lap.
Oh, Xanthion's gonna pet the goose instead. Actually,
Roll me an animal handling because this is a wild goose.
I'm pretty good at animal handling.
I
though.
know you are, but I'm just saying, like, you guys
Nat
didn't buy
one.
you guys didn't buy a +9. Holy shit.
He has expertise.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, no, the goose is just like looking at you like, what the hell are you thinking petting a goose? But lets it happen.
How are you not dead?
Silently like marking you for murder later, you know. Maybe next time you sleep.
Felix wakes up, pats himself down. Wait, I
Where'd
had
my-
3 daggers.
Would
He
go.
protect, he attack.
But
Most of all, he
important,
fight
he
back.
Peace was never an option.
whack. Always choose violence.
Everybody roll me a d20, please.
Oh,
Oh,
lumber nuggets.
20.
Jeez, 8.
Actually, so I should have said this.
8.
Logan and Emma, I do not need you guys to roll.
oh.
Dang
bad.
it! Waste of a natural.
I forgot to change my name from Dominique, so it says Dominique.
Dude,
For more
that's
info.
fine. It's kind of fabulous. Um, Christian, I hit you back with the response you get.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So there comes all of a sudden a weird, like, crashing thump with a thud on the roof of the carriage, and then a scraping sound, just like along the roof. Logan and Emma, you are awake. Morlo and Natari are awoken by this sound. The rest of you are still asleep.
Petra is purring.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at the window. You said it was from. Where was it coming from?
Directly through the roof of the coach. And it was just like a loud, like a thud, and then like a scraping.
I
Like
never
something landing.
dismissed-
Very much
Oh
like
wait,
something
no,
landing.
it's been more than an hour.
Um.
Hold on. Don't stick your head out again.
Xanthion actually wasn't gonna stick his head out the window.
It was just like you have a bad record with sticking your head in things.
All of a sudden, there comes this loud, thrumming drone, this quintessence of white noise, this humming, harmonious, transfixing sound that resonates and vibrates through all of you. Those of you who were asleep are now awoken. I need everyone to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Is
Does
this
Xanthion
against being
recognize the
charmed?
needle?
Hey, I get
Is this
proficiency. on
against being
those.
charmed?
I'm sorry, this is against being charmed. So please, if you have advantage against being charmed, roll it at advantage.
Does Xanthion recognize the noise?
I'm
No.
going to use favor by the gods on that one
22.
because starting off strong, boys.
How do we know if we need to roll twice for charisma? Sorry, I missed
Say it
that.
by your saving throws.
Tabaxi do not have advantage against being charmed.
Okay.
So Natari, Emma, and Xanthion have advantage if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. 'cause
Felix's total with favor by the gods is 14.
That is the best use of favored by the gods I have ever seen because the DC is 14.
14.
Oh, I'm so happy I had advantage on that.
Oh no.
Thank God for being a celestial bastard.
Oh no.
Well, no, that
No
comes
perks
that
if
comes
you're
from
just a
Divine Soul,
bastard.
right?
Oh no, you're right. It is divine. Wait
Yeah.
a second. Was it divine soul?
Yeah, Divine Soul is favored by the gods.
Oh, you're right. It's in the
Okay,
class
so
section.
we have Petra with a fail, Morlo with a fail, Titus with a success, Felix with a success because of
Favored
yep,
by the
favored by the
gods.
gods, Xanthion with a success, Natari with a fail, and 4 saving throws for some reason. Okay, cool. Let me roll for
Mulligan.
Davalor. Okay, and that is a success.
Emma is going to summon her find familiar, an owl.
That is an action, correct?
Yes.
All right. Hold up
Are we
just
rolling
one.
initiative?
Hold up just 1 second because I need everybody. You know what? Hold on. I am going to make your tokens visible first so that you can select them. Please select your token and roll initiative.
Oh no.
And who was it? Sorry to do this again. Who was it that? Who was the past? That'd be the better.
Who was it that passed?
That passed, yes.
Okay, so hold
Wow.
on just 1 second. So
I mean,
Or-
just put the little effect on everybody who failed.
that's what I'm going to do. Titus was a pass. Natari was a fail. So Natari is charmed. Emma
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about the markers. My apologies.
is, oh no, that's your initiative. What was your saving throw, Emma?
22.
22. That's a save. Titus was a save, I believe. Yep, that's a 16. Felix was a
Good luck
success.
ever getting
Petra
a charm on Idaba
is
for
a
long.
fail. Morlo was a fail. Davalor was a success. So, although you guys would not know it, Natari,
Who was that?
that's me.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Natari, Petra, and Morlo are charmed. Okay,
Not
now
nice.
because you guys are in the carriage, I will once again make you invisible and turn you visible on your turns.
You said charming, right? Because I already knew that.
Yes, you're very charming.
Thank you. That's what I thought you said.
Okay, let me roll good old Dave into the initiative order.
Good old Dave.
Good old Dave.
Gotta love him. Don't die, Dave. It's a very Dave thing to do.
All right, Dave good,
Good
with a
old Dirty Dave.
19.
I really hope this thing on the roof just rolls very poorly on initiative.
I'm just trying to figure out how the hell we're gonna attack it without destroying the carriage.
It's probably just a giant butterfly, you guys. It's
Get on
fine.
the roof. Xanthion's
Felix just-
on the roof.
Felix just looks at Xanthion. Fuck it, not my carriage. Just starts stabbing through the roof. Gonna hit you
Jumping on
eventually,
the-
asshole.
Xanthion's jumping on the roof.
It's like the angry downstairs neighbor. You shut up,
But with blades sticking through your floor.
but with blades.
Instead of a broom.
Okay, so that is everybody.
Talk about hostile negotiations.
Okay, so currently, just so everybody knows,
I think this is going to lead to Titus having a phobia of heights.
that is where everyone is. So pay attention to where
Lovely.
your token is inside the carriage, because while you are inside the carriage, I am going to keep you all on the GM layer and make you visible on your turn, just to keep it easy for me to keep track of. Okay. All right, top of round 1.
That shield really came in handy there, though.
Is there music? Oh, there it goes. Every time I ask, it plays immediately.
So this thrum that just, it is like it invades your mind. Even those of you who succeeded, like it is like you shrug off the effect, but this is threatening to just wash away any sense of individuality or any sense of self-restraint or control. Even those of you who succeeded and are not charmed can feel this effect moving in on your mind. And as this thrum wakes each of you up, you watch as Davalord Detlev from the corner, the back corner of the coach, just shoots bolt upright and just screams, "He's gonna get out of the coach!" And then Morlo.
Did you get the Critical Role battle soundtrack?
I've actually had this before I realized Matt Mercer used this.
No shit. Okay, I heard the squeal at the beginning. I was like, that's
Way before it was cool.
I was using this before it was cool.
Such a hipster.
Morlo, you are up. On
Morlo
your
is-
turn, you must use all of your movement to get closer to the source of this sound.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do.
He was gonna
So-
do that anyway.
You guys watch as Morlo moves, opens the door of the carriage, and then I assume tries to climb up.
Is it? Well, I'm gonna at least look out. I'm gonna hold on to something inside.
Yep. So you reach out and climb up, and you start your climb, and you see this as your head comes up above the level of the coach. This thing, this like a praying mantis or a mosquito or something that stands about 6 feet tall with 4 translucent wings that just flutter even though it stands there. Its feet just hooked pincers. It hunched over with 4 pincers coming out from its thorax. Its head, where its head should be, like 3 lotus seed pods, like cavities instead of eyes, just open holes. 3 of them, all 4 together, as the holes just pulse like nostrils, opening and closing. And you want nothing more than to get closer to the sound of this vibration emanating from this thing. I need you to make an athletics check to climb on top of the carriage, please.
Oh god. Well, good thing he's good at athletics.
An 11 is a failure. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
How high in the air are we?
That's another good question.
Sorry, say that again.
How high in the air are we?
About 40 or 50 feet. All right, a dexterity save of 12. So you watch as your friend Morlo opens the door and starts climbing out. His hand slips. You watch him fall, thinking that he is about to crash to the ground below, as his hooked, clawed, turtle hand just reaches up and grabs onto the edge of the doorway, holding on for dear life, dangling above the passing tree line below. That is the end of your turn. You take
I don't know what's more entertaining, this or watching Aaron's expressions. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Morlo, you take 3 points of fire damage as you dangle into the jet of fire that is shooting past the bottom of the coach.
Did we get a long rest earlier? Because I didn't.
You would be at full hit points even if you hadn't marked it.
Okay, all right.
Because you guys got a long rest before you left Bright Hollow.
Okay, all right. And how many hit points did I take?
3 points of fire damage, which should put you at 36.
36. Okay.
Emma, you are up.
Oh boy. Okay. Emma is going to. Should I do that? Okay. Can Emma see it if she just sticks her head out the window?
You would need to make an athletics check to be able to get your head up above the top of the coach because you're so short.
Could I do acrobatics?
Yeah, I would allow that. Yep.
30,
So you
20.
watch as Emma kind of tumbles up and looks over the edge. kind of stepping on Morlow's skull to get a boost up as he dangles off of the bottom of the coach. You kind of pull yourself up like a chin up, Emma, and you kind of have line of sight on this thing.
I imagine as Emma like steps over Morlo, she just looks down at him and is just like, "Don't fall."
All right, what are you doing?
God, I don't like this thing. I hope Radiant does a good amount of Moonbeam.
Okay,
Or,
you tip-
hold on. Actually,
I need to know what you're
I'll
doing.
do Hex.
Okay, you're casting Hex.
Yeah.
All right, so it is now is Hex a bonus action or an action?
Hex is a bonus action.
All right, so you've still got your action.
And for her action, Emma is going to. Can I do that? I don't have. Oh yeah, I switched that spell out. Okay, yeah, Emma's going to step up and she's gonna get on top of the carriage and pull out her scimitar.
Okay, now at this point, I do need you to roll me an athletics check to see if you can pull yourself up on top without slipping.
No, can't do acrobatics. So no acrobatics.
No, not to pull yourself up. That is definitely
Okay.
a strength requirement.
Oh, dear.
Yep. Nope.
Hold
you just
on.
are
I
not.
have inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
You just pop yourself up onto the top of the carriage.
She's gonna actually. She's not gonna get her scimitar. She's gonna get the staff of the adder, and she's gonna take a swing at this thing.
Okay.
So
Just imagine it's like a small T-ball player with like a full-sized bat.
does Hex give? And I'm gonna do a strength hex on this thing.
Strength. Got it.
I don't remember the roll. Did it tip over?
No.
No, it just sent the staff for the adder.
Yeah.
Roll the dice.
Nope.
That's not what I wanted. Okay.
So basically, Emma climbs on top of the coach and is just like, "Hey, look at this staff."
Okay, that's 22 to hit.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
6
Constitution saving throw.
plus Hex damage. So that's another 2. So that's 8. And if it fails the save,
Yep, it did fail. It rolled a 5. So another 3d6 poison.
Jesus.
so that's a total of 16 damage.
16 damage. Got it.
And that's my turn. So
gotta
this thing
move.
probably has resistance to poison.
All right. 16 points of damage. All right. Devalor.
Jesus.
What's up?
Lots of folks rolling good for initiative.
Well, actually, sorry. This is doing it in alphabetical order. So Felix and Devalor, you both go simultaneously. So I'm going to let you go.
I was gonna say, who's got the higher dexterity?
Devalor's dexterity is +4.
Oh yeah, he goes first.
Okay.
Yep, he goes first.
All right. He is going to rush forward, scooting over, and although it looks like he's getting in your lap because you're going simultaneously. He is just basically taking your seat as soon as you vacate it, assuming that you do, Felix. But he reaches out and grabs Morlo and is going to attempt to pull him back inside. So this will be a strength check. That is a 19, so Morlo is pulled back inside. Felix, you're up.
All right.
And Morlo says, I was working on that. Thank you.
Actually, just as a point of emphasis, like inside this carriage is the last place you want to be. You want to be on the roof more than you have wanted anything in a long time, Morlo.
Yeah, you're charmed.
Oh, I
Hey,
know. I
Shannon.
know.
Yeah, just letting you know.
It's just not my turn.
Because Morlo took damage, would he get another chance to make a charisma saving throw?
No.
Okay. Uh,
Also, I don't think I'm in the turn order. I'm sorry. I mean, I thought I clicked my thing. but
You
I'm not.
did. Your token is currently on the GM layer, so you're not seeing it, but I see it.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
I will
Okay.
move you. No. I will move you over to the token layer once it is your turn. This is just easier for me to keep track of everything so that I'm not keeping track of which of you are inside and which of you are outside.
Could you
No
tell us
worries.
could you tell us who's
I-
on deck?
Yep. Titus, you are on deck.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm making you guys invisible. Emma is on top, so I'm leaving her visible. And GM layer. Token layer. There you go. Felix, you're up.
okay. So shoot. About how many feet in 6 seconds are we going?
In 6 seconds, you guys are going about 45 feet.
Okay. So Felix is gonna look at Dave. Good job. And pop the wings, flies out the door.
All right.
5, 10. Shaboopy. Here we go. Sword out. And Felix is going to attempt to. Let's see here.
All right, so you have
Actually, I'm gonna cast
Radiant Soul.
yes. Wrathful Smite.
Is Radiant Soul a bonus action or an action?
Oh shoot. 1 second. That might be a bonus action. Thank you for saying that, because I about forgot myself. Sorry. Reparation traits, Radiant Soul. Let's see. Nope, sorry, it is a full action. I apologize.
So, with that in mind, and Felix obviously knowing that, do you want to change where you end up?
No, at this point, just gonna stay right there. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite on it. And it is a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Can you tip over the text of that, please?
Yep. Second, display in VTT.
It only makes the wisdom save if you hit.
Oh, if I hit. Okay.
Yes. So, and you are now concentrating because that is a concentration spell. Boom. Okay.
Yep. So that is my action, and my part of my movement, and my bonus action. So I'm done.
All right, Emma, I am temporarily making you invisible because Titus is underneath you, which is weird.
All right.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Felix, I am moving you because Titus is underneath you.
That's
My bad.
perfectly fine.
And you're hovering, so you know what? We'll say you're there. Why not? For
Okay.
the time being.
I just didn't want to be flying because I didn't want to be like, and Felix, you didn't move, so you're 40 feet behind now.
Oh, I get it. I get what you're saying. So yeah, you are. I will move you back in just one moment.
Okay.
All right. Token Lair, Titus, you're up. I cannot hear you.
Obviously, I can tell Morlo is charmed at this point, right?
Well, I mean, he did just try to get out of a moving, like, carriage in midair.
That is still a very Morlo thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of is. So I'm just going to play off I don't know. I'm going to get out the grappling hook and rope that I purchased,
Okay.
and I am going to fasten the grappling hook onto somewhere in here. I don't know where. And I'm going to tie the rope around me.
Okay.
The
And
rail on top, I guess.
just
Tie it on to Dave.
just somewhere.
Here, hold
Uh,
this.
And then, God, I'm going to try to climb up there.
Um,
Or would
I'm gonna
that?
s- I'm gonna say that fastening the grappling hook and tying the rope around your waist would be your full action.
That's fine. I'm
Okay.
perfectly fine because Titus does not want to get out of this carriage.
So you are now anchored to the carriage.
Anybody
alright.
could read minds. Read Titus's mind. Shit.
All right, and then moving Felix back on top of you, Giggity.
Hey, baby.
Also
Natari,
remember,
you are up.
Emma's token got moved, by the way.
And
Yeah, I
Natari.
moved it because I stepped up to hit him.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay. Natari, you are up. You are charmed. You have to use your full movement to try to get to as close to this thing as you possibly can.
And since I'm charged, I can't attack, correct?
That is correct.
So I'm gonna do athletics or acrobatics.
Well, you move to there and then roll me an athletics or acrobatics check to, or no, sorry, to climb up on top. It is an athletics check.
Dang it, it's a +2. Oh, here you go. No problem.
A 5, and much like Morlo, who has just been brought back in by Davalord Detlev, you guys watch as Natari heads for the open door, tries to get a good footing. His foot slips. Jim, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No problem. Dexterity saving throw. Watch this. Boom.
At
Nope.
1.
And you watch as your friend Natari falls out of the carriage and crashes through the canopy of trees below.
As a reaction,
left
can I jump
behind.
after him? To catch
Do you
him?
have Bardic inspiration.
You know what? Sure. What the hell? Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Or no, actually, we'll say this is. Jeez, using your reaction. I'm kind of skirting the rules here, but yeah, go ahead and
If not, that's fine. I
make
just
make it. Tell you what, just make an attack roll. Just a straight attack roll, strength based,
okay.
for an unarmed strike is what we'll call this, to see if you can just reach out and grab him.
You're just punching the target faster to the ground.
Just an unarmed strike. How do I
That'll be
do
the
that?
easiest thing to
balls.
do.
I
That'll be the
punch him
easiest
in
thing
the
to do.
face.
Yeah.
I'm
22.
I'm going to it's like against all of his instincts. He jumps to grab him, and he's probably dangling on the rope, holding on to Natari behind the carriage.
Well, roll me
Fire.
roll me a strength.
Fire.
Oh
Oh my
God!
god, the fire.
17. You just barely grab him, dig in your heels, and prevent Natari from slipping away. You have a tenuous grasp on him right now.
Am I dangling on the rope, kind of like Drax?
No, you are not out of the carriage. You actually
Okay.
plant your feet on the boot rail that is used to step up into the coach, and are like holding on to him as he dangles off of the edge.
Okay.
Jim, Natari takes 4 points of fire damage as he dangles through the jet of flame that the carriage is currently suspended on. Move this guy over here, just so
Done.
that I can. He is still. Don't worry, this bug creature is still on the roof where it was. It's just that he is on top of Petra's token. And Petra, it is now your turn.
I don't wanna.
You are charmed
Okay.
and must. Oh, I accidentally put the hex on Petra's token. That's not good. Hold on.
No.
Let me get that
Petra,
off
your
of there.
hex now.
Charm.
You have disadvantage on strength check.
You are
Have fun
having a
climbing
very
up.
bad day.
Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Petra, you have
Charmed,
disadvantage on
hex.
strength checks. Have fun climbing up.
Charmed, hexed, poisoned,
No.
incapacitated. Fuck it, we'll throw restrained in there
Oh,
too. Why not?
Hold up, sorry, real quick.
Messenger.
My fault. Real quick. Jim and Scott, I need you both to make charisma saving throws at the end of your turn.
So like right now.
Yeah, go ahead and do it now because it was supposed to be at the end of your turn. It won't change anything. I just need to know if you shake off the charm effect. Okay, nope. Morlo, you are still charmed. Natari, you are still charmed. So I could
Wow.
have not interrupted.
And they are buddies to a T.
I have a
Twinsies.
+7 and advantage on this save.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry, Natari. That one would be at advantage for you because you were an elf, and it is a charm effect.
Ooh.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Let's leave the 4. Let's leave the 4.
Only Natari.
Petra,
Listen,
you are
mother is
charmed and
not-
must use all of your movement to get as close to this thing as you possibly can.
That was the sound I made out that cart.
I just imagine like Goofy when he's falling. Yahoo!
So I need you to make an athletics check to attempt to pull yourself up on top of the roof.
You're talking to me, right?
Yep.
Okay. So 30 feet is what you. What the hell?
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Son of a bitch.
please.
You catch yourself and are now clinging onto the side of the, basically riding, hanging out of the door, holding on to the luggage rack on top of the coach, just like sailing through the air. At the end of your turn, roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
You know what Petra needs? Petra needs slippers and
Vacation?
spider climbing.
I don't think Petra needs more ways to get herself in trouble.
14. Okay, so
Goddamn
as you like basically almost fall and catch yourself and sturdy yourself, Petra, you just kind of shake your feline head for a second. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? You are no longer charmed.
Petra's just gonna start screaming, "Pull me up! Pull me up! Pull me up! I don't like this better than ships anymore."
Nice. You actually do not take any fire damage because you do not fall. You pass the dexterity save, so you hold on to the side
Hooray.
of the coach. But
No
you are
singed fur.
no longer charmed. All right, it is now the creature's turn. As Felix, let's see here. So 15 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 15, and it goes. Yep, okay. So Felix and Emma, you guys are the ones who have the front row seats to this because you are right there actually engaged with the creature on top of the roof. You watch as these lotus pod, multiple orificed things in place of a head, all of a sudden you just watch as each of the cavities in these flares open and this cloud of shimmering, sparkling something just comes floating out and filling in a cloud around the coach and into the open door, spilling into the carriage.
Oh,
I
no,
need
Pharaoh.
everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
I
Flubber
got a
Nuggets,
bad feeling
13.
about this one, so I'm gonna go get my real dice.
Yeah,
Question: is he attempting to put us to sleep?
I have no idea.
This is not against a
Definitely
sleep or charm
pheromones.
effect.
Okay.
I'm going to use my inspiration if that fails.
Yeah, saying
Same.
I might see what happens without it.
you got a lot of sons of guns out here who are just like holding on to the inspiration, like now's the. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Titus an 11 is a fail. Felix a 13 is a fail. Petra a 14 is a success. Xanthion and Morlo, those are both fails. I still need saving throws from who? I need them from Davalor, and I need it from
Oh damn! This
Fuck! Fuck!
Oh no, you guys.
Oh
I-
my god!
Petra's literally the only one that's not charmed now, and she's hanging off of the carriage. Is
It's
that
not,
the
for being-
deal?
it's not charmed though.
This is not a charmed effect.
Oh no.
I
Okay,
think that was
D&D Beyond needs to get their shit together. This is ridiculous.
I'm rolling with real dice the rest of the fucking session.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I think it was wise to, let's see what I would have rolled. Hold on. Let's see what I would have rolled.
Oh
Emma,
my
what did you
god!
roll on an actual die?
I think
Okay, on an actual die, I rolled a 17.
Okay.
On the fucking D&D Beyond, I got a 3.
Yeah. So, all right.
I'm glad that I went and got the real dice.
This isn't looking good. This isn't looking good. Don't fuck me over right now.
Felix, you are poisoned. Natari, you are
Ah.
poisoned. And charmed.
Salt in the wound. Salt in the wound.
What the fuck is this thing?
It's a real pain in the ass is what it is.
Emma, you are not poisoned. Xanthion, you are poisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morlo, you are poisoned.
More should be like the Constitution Master.
No,
I
He's
Actually,
only got a
no,
plus
wait.
1.
That
He's
was the
the
Constitution
Go
Master
away.
was Foss.
Constitution saving throw.
I think
they
Voss
rolled
had
a
like
21.
50 hit points at level whatever.
3.
Yeah. Was it really 3 when we lost Foss? That's crazy. I don't want to think about that right now.
It was 3 or 4.
Well, we're about to lose somebody else, it seems, from fall damage.
Oh no, it's only
Xanthion.
like 5d6.
I
He'll be
knew I should have
fine.
gotten Featherfall, damn it.
Xanthion's going to attempt
At the
to
beginning of your turn, you take 12 points of poison damage.
My lord.
All of us that
No.
failed?
It's at the start of your turn. You
Oh,
take
okay.
the poison damage.
How much
12
was
points. 12 points of poison damage to Xanthion.
Xanthion's going to attempt to
damn.
climb onto the roof.
I
Roll
thought you said
me.
Xanthion was gonna cry.
That too. That too.
and remember, crying is a free action.
Yeah,
so much.
Words to live by.
Okay, Xanthion got a 18.
Yep. So you climb your way up onto the roof of the carriage.
Emma's gonna
as he-
yell. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. What were you gonna say?
Go ahead. No, I'll do it on my turn.
I was just gonna say, as he gets up, you just kind of see Xanthion run his finger along his bowstring and cast Hunter's Mark against the beast.
Hunter's mark against the creature.
Yep.
All right. So
Do you still have
hex.
beast sense? How
Hunter's
would
mark.
you beast sense? If he has any fucking, so we know what not to use against it at least.
Xanthion can do a lot of damage if he has Hunter's Mark out, so he's gonna do Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
Alright.
and then draw his long sword and short sword and attack it.
You can only draw one of the two.
Oh, yeah.
Without using your full action to do it.
Then he's just gonna pull out his long sword.
Got it. Go ahead and make an attack with Albsverd.
All right. And he's gonna do two-handed.
Okay.
He's only
Fair
got one.
enough. An
Feel like
8
some no active
misses.
conditions.
He's gonna
Of
take
course,
a second
poison.
attack.
All right.
Remember they're at disadvantage because you're poisoned.
That is correct. This is at disadvantage. 9
Shut
and a
up,
7.
Christian.
Both miss.
Just kidding.
No one likes a rules lawyer right now, Christian.
Them's the
Friggin'
rules.
lawful good.
And Xanthion's gonna try to like. No, he's just gonna stand there. He's
Just
hopefully
looking defeated. Yeah.
Top of round 2. Morlo. Oh, sorry, Xanthion. End of your turn. Make a Constitution saving throw.
okay. Is it at disadvantage?
Poison.
No, it's because it's
Yeah,
a
I
saving
failed.
throw. Saving throw. It's just regular.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
attack rolls and ability checks. Yep, 12 is a fail. You are still poisoned. Morlo, at the beginning of your turn, you take 4 points of poison damage.
These dice are fucking me today. Come on.
No. GM layer.
Okay.
All right. You are still charmed, so you must use all of your movement to get to the roof of this thingy mabobber.
And I can
It
I
can
can
do
move
damage?
through. I
Say
can
what?
move through- Come on.
Sorry, Christian, what'd you say?
It can do damage and not risk losing the charmed effect.
Yes.
Oh shit! That's no bueno.
Okay,
You
I
get-
move to the door.
Yep. So you squeeze through Emma's space. Make me an athletics check at disadvantage.
Oh god.
15. And one more time because it's Without issue, you climb up behind Xanthion. The problem being that is I will say that is as close as you can get because Felix is actually on the ground. He is not flying, so you would not be able to push through him.
Okay.
So if you want, you can try to shove one of your allies out of the way to get closer, but I'm not going to make you do so.
well,
because
I'm charmed, I have to.
okay. Go ahead and
So is it an unarmed strike?
no, for this it would be actually a contested athletics check. So who are you trying to shove?
Okay. Which is who's the guy I'm trying to get to?
You are trying to
That's-
get to that bug-looking
Yeah.
thing right there.
Okay, so I probably because this person is closer to me, I'm going to try to shove that person.
All right.
Bye bye,
Athletic-
Xanthion.
Logan's not even here. Roll me an athletics check at disadvantage because you are poisoned.
How did contested athletics both are at disadvantage?
Yeah, so honestly, it kind of cancels out. But all right, so that is a 7. Logan, where did you go? Oh my
He ran
God.
away.
That's kind of what I was hoping that this encounter would make you guys want to do. But okay.
Run away!
How are we supposed to run away exactly?
This is the
Just-
first time I've had a flying on a cart encounter like this. This is amazing.
I just imagine Titus is still in the cab, like holding on to what he's fastened to. He's got like a paper bag from somewhere.
Yeah, he's like freaking out.
He's got Xanthion, or sorry, he's got Natari in one hand, and he has got like a paper bag in the other.
All the people that give you DM advice tell you to like mix up the setting where you're doing combat. This is too far, Shannon. This is too far.
I've had this one in the back pocket. Logan, there you are. Thank God. Can you please roll me an athletics check at disadvantage?
Yeah.
I love that he has no idea what's happening.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna
you're
like
about
it
to die.
Just an athletics check.
Athletics check at disadvantage.
because you're poisoned.
Nat 1.
Okay. Because I am not a complete asshole, and because the charmed effect does not make you not care about your friends and family, Morlo shoves you out of the way to there and
thank
steps forward.
God. On top of Natari.
I'm evil, but I'm not that evil.
Now is that considered an action, or do I still have an
Nope,
attack?
that's your
Yeah,
action.
Your action.
Now,
So-
now you get another save, I think.
At the end of your turn, roll me a charisma saving throw. Charisma first.
Okay. Shit.
Still charmed. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
You are no longer poisoned. You shake off.
thank
You just
God.
kind of tense up a little bit. And honestly, the poison is just at this point annoying you because it's keeping you from getting closer to the source of this all-encompassing, just soul-soothing sound that came from this thing. So you are no
Yes.
longer
What a
poisoned.
beautiful sound.
All right, Emma, you are up, and I don't think you're poisoned, right?
I am not.
And you are not charmed, so go ahead and you are on top of the.
It's questionable how I'm alive at this point. Like I just keep
I
rolling
mean,
good.
Believe me, I've thought that since the start of the campaign.
I pet the owl bear.
All right. What is Emma? What are you doing?
Oh god. Emma's gonna yell out to like anybody, yell out to the party and be like, "Shove it off the carriage!" And
I think it's a little too well grounded for that.
she's going to can I have separate triggers for my like 2 different triggers for a prepared action?
Tell me what you're thinking.
I was wanting to hold person
Mm-hmm.
if it gets either if somebody's about to take a swing at it or if it gets shoved off the carriage.
So if somebody attacks it, or if it gets
It
shoved
gets
off the carriage.
yeah.
I mean, I can see
Or
that
I'll
because
just
getting
do-
shoved off the carriage is technically an attack against it. So I would say that trigger would have to be if somebody attempts to shove it. But yeah, that's fine.
So basically, what I want to happen is like, if they go to attack it, and or shove it, and then like, especially if it's a shove, he'd be technically prone because hold person, and so he can't
Paralyzed,
can-
not prone.
paralyzed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Because a shove is an attack, so it wouldn't be if it successfully gets shoved. It would be when somebody attempts to shove it. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
fine.
Wait,
So
are you
you
casting
are
hold person on us or on it?
On it.
all right. You are concentrating on holding hold person. Okay.
Actually, that doesn't make any sense. I'll just fucking cast hold person.
I mean, I was wondering, but like I didn't want to question your autonomy. So yeah, I was like, okay, sure, we'll go
would
with
hold
this.
person even work on this thing? Is it a humanoid? It's not.
That's what
is
I was
it?
thinking.
Roll me an Arcana check.
I don't want to just like waste a second level spell slot.
If it's a beast Xantheon, that's Xantheon's favorite enemy, by the way.
I don't think it's.
Something
a
tells me
beast.
this ain't a
That's-
beast either.
That's a dirty 20 on the Arcana.
I think it's a.
It's pretty safe to say that this thing is not a humanoid. I'm not going to
Okay,
make you waste
yeah,
your spell.
I figured. Darn.
All right, I need to know what you're doing.
He also needs to know.
I'll just take another swing with the staff, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead.
18.
18 hits. Constitution saving throw.
So that's
That is a 12. That's a failure. So you get the bonus 3d6 poison damage.
the 5 piercing, and then 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 damage.
For the poison.
So 15 total?
Yeah.
Okay. 15 points of damage. So Emma, after
Oh, wait.
start. Oh,
Hex
and your
is
hex.
damage.
And your hex.
Another 2.
17 points of damage. All right, so Emma, after thinking about casting a spell and thinking about holding a spell, but no, I'm just going to whack the shit out of it, and takes a swing with the staff of the adder, and you watch as the head of the wooden carved snake becomes real on the swing and just strikes out and pierces it again in the same location it did before. And you hear the thing just make a chittering, annoyed sound, like deep in the back of its thorax.
I'm going to throw out the bear spirit totem for my bonus action.
Bear spirit totem.
That's
You are in motion, so where would you like to place it?
can I put it inside the carriage?
Yeah, do you have to be able to see where you're placing it?
You call forth nature and influence word as a bonus action. You can magically summon a incorporeal spirit to a point you can see within 60 feet.
Point you can see.
Okay.
You cannot see inside of the.
Okay, so how's the seat like? Is it like set up like this?
It's a coachman seat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the coachman's seat, so as the carriage goes forwards, it doesn't just like go away.
Well, no, if
Can I
you
do
put it
that?
in the seat, it's fine. It's on the seat. It's the same as on the ground. You would just have to put it on a solid surface somewhere on the coach, and that the coachman seats work just fine. So tell me what the bear totem does again.
Each creature of my choice in the aura when the spirit appears gains temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level. In addition, me and my allies gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while in the aura.
All right.
So 5, 6, 7, 8 temporary hit points for everybody. And
So everybody gets 8 temporary hit points.
mhm.
Okay. So everybody, please mark that you have 8 temporary hit points.
I'll put that in the blue circle.
And obviously, for what's getting the advantage on strength, is going to be everything except the fucking bug.
And what size is the radius on that?
It is, I believe it's a 30-foot radius. Let me double check. Yeah, 30-foot radius.
All
normal
right.
point.
So that is the entire thing. All right. And I don't want that aura on the entire time, so I'm going to get rid of that and just know that everybody has it.
The horses get it too, and so does Dave. Because I
All right.
consider them allies.
There is no limit to the number who can get it.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Davalor's turn. Put him visible, even though he is inside the coach for his turn. All right. Davalor opens the window beside of him and leans out, getting a decent view of this creature. Titus, you are inside, so you would have the front row seat to this. You watch as he reaches down inside of his cloak, and he pulls his cloak back, and a holster on the inside of his cloak, he pulls out a wand and reaches out the open window. And looking up, those of you on top of the coach can see him now leaning up, and he casts magic missile at this thing.
I thought
What
you
a
were gonna say
great
he pulls
magic
out a
weapon.
gun. I thought you were just gonna say he just pulls out a gun.
Nope,
which,
he's got
I
like
mean,
a wand sheath on
We've
his
seen
belt.
before, but like, there's always something funny in a D&D game when
He
someone
pulls
just
a gun.
whips out a fucking gun.
All right, magic missile.
Why do you need magic when you have black powder?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at you, Titus.
That is 12 points of damage as the magic missiles come slamming into this creature. 12.
It passed that whole person. Or no, I didn't cast whole person. 'Cause,
Yeah, you were all fucked up on that.
sorry.
It's not a person.
All right, and then Davalor, after casting magic missile from this wand, just looks forward toward the nightmares and he screams out, "Protect the passengers." Felix, it's your turn.
Oh god. And the horses are gonna do a barrel roll now, I bet. I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Hexblade's Curse on it. So now Hexblade's Curse does not require concentration. It is
All right,
just curse.
so let's add another token marker to this thing. It is now Hexblade Curse. There we go.
And yeah, here we go. Wibbity wibbity, let's try to hitty. Add disadvantage because I is poisoned, because I think it's just automatically gonna do it. Okay, it didn't. Mother. Now let me get the other one because it didn't want to roll at disadvantage. Damn it, that would have been a critical if it was a
Dude.
19.
25 is still good.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
okay,
roll damage.
And he has to roll a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw because of Wrathful Smite. And it is one-handed.
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Natural 20.
Motherfucker. Okay. Let me double check. Hexblade's Curse. Just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything because I got a +3 to hit on it. He also takes an additional 6 because of Radiant Soul. And yeah, just another 6 because of Radiant Soul. So all in all, it takes 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Is any of that psychic?
No, Radiant.
All right. Excellent. All right.
Radiant and slashing.
14.
And then I'll roll Constitution, right?
Constitution saving throw at the end of your turn. If you are you any motion, any movement, I should say.
No.
All right.
No, that ain't gonna do anything. It's 10.
Nope. So actually, I am sorry about that. At the beginning of your turn, 11 points of poison damage.
Motherfucker. Well, okay, so there goes the 8 temp. And then another 3. Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't have mattered anyway for the concentration because it failed anyway. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Moving you out of the way to get to Titus.
Yep.
Titus, you are up.
I am going to make my way to the door and try to save somebody else.
Make
But
it
what is in
way
need of
down.
saving right now?
Petra is still hanging on the side.
She is hanging on, but she is stable. So she does not need to, like, she is up on the side with her feet supported by the boot
Oh,
rail. So she is
okay.
not dangling for dear life.
Okay. Can I tell? But I'm looking at
Titus,
Dave.
I have a concentration icon marker on you. I think that may be wrong. Are you concentrating on anything?
No,
right now?
I'm poisoned.
I think you went to put the concentration on Emma when I was saying I was gonna hold the action that cast hold person.
That's
But
right.
then
You are.
Titus was under me, so you accidentally put it on him.
I failed the poison.
That's right. All right, let me do this. Felix, were you concentrating on anything?
Yes, I was concentrating on Wrathful Smite.
And that is gone now, correct?
Yes, that was gone.
All right, so let me put the Radiant Soul on you because I have it on Titus, and that's just all sorts of fucked up.
Weird things happen when you go to the ethereal plane.
Yes, you are poisoned, though. So, Titus, at the beginning of your turn, you take 5 points of poison damage.
And I'm going to take that out of the temp.
Xanthion's concentrating on
Hey, dude.
Counterpart too.
Are you going with Mom to the party, or did she already leave? She's upstairs? Okay. Huh? Yeah, of course. All right. Hold on just one second, guys. Dean and Jody are about to take off, so I will be right back, okay?
Okay.
All right. How
Okay.
dare you, actually?
Tell him I love him.
The gall.
Oh, goody
Never
dokie.
mind.
What?
I'm guessing Dave, since he used Magic Missile, knows where this guy is standing. I'm going to shoot my gun through the roof.
Just imagine. Fuck it.
That's why I'm just fuck it. Titus is ready. He's pissed that we haven't landed. Why the fuck are we not landing? Why is one of the horses not stopping and helping? Oh my
there
god.
are free first class drinks and peanuts, damn it.
Yeah, we should just be reclining and not having to worry about a goddamn thing.
Our tray tables should be in the down position.
Oh god.
That's how chill we should be. But no! Flying evil praying mantis.
Yeah, can I just reiterate? Fuck this thing
Yeah.
and the horse it rode in on.
I like the fact that we're at the point that this point, the whole entire party, like stuff happens, the entire party's just like, Oh.
We just want to relax for 5 minutes.
Like that scene in Shrek. Will you shut up for 5 minutes? Just let us relax.
We're just trying to make some damn money.
Oh,
It's hard being an artist.
oh, the life of a bard.
This is probably the coolest encounter I've ever been involved in. I like this.
Yeah, this is neat.
This is cool. Besides the whole taking 12 damage at the start of my first turn combat.
I can't believe Titus jumped after Natari.
I'm really glad Dave did something because that would have been Felix's first turn. Fly out and then like go underneath to give Morlo a push. Like, come on, and then fire.
I'm glad Petra caught herself because that's what Xanthion was gonna do. Is like just reach down to like help Petra.
I think it is dumb that Featherfall is not a druid spell.
Well, you could turn into a damn bird.
No, I can't. Not till 8th level.
Well, you just gotta wait till then. Let's hope it's a long fall.
No, I can't wait until 11th level when I can turn into a bird.
That's what you get for starting as a warlock.
You know what else I get for starting as a warlock? I get an ability that lets me charm everything, even undead.
Have you used that once?
Yeah,
Okay.
I used it in the encounter with the necromancer guy.
I'm gonna go get some nicotine while I can.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. And Felix casts Fireball.
No, I
No
better not.
surprise.
I'm up, so
I don't care how big the room is. I said I cast
That's
fireball.
Fireball.
I
It's
mean,
a very Felix thing.
I don't know what meta magics Felix has, but he could careful spell it.
Yeah, Careful Spell. Careful Spell is a nice attempt to do what it used, or what was it, Mold Spell or something like that back in the old days.
Hello, nerds.
Hey, Dino.
What's up, Dean?
He's gone.
Hi.
I'm in a class.
He appeared and vanished in the blink of an eye. He's back.
Shannon, you've regressed in age somehow.
it is
Mildly
surprising how much he does look like Shannon when Shannon was younger.
Out of everybody here, you're the only one that knows what that's like firsthand.
Yeah. The world is in trouble.
Dean, are you hungry?
I think
He's gone.
he's gone.
Nerd.
But no, yeah, Mold Spell or whatever it was back in 3.5, you could very easily use Fireball and nobody else could take damage if you specified them. But now it's just, oh, your targets up to a certain number that you choose succeed on a saving throw. Well, Fireball is damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I really miss the level of detail you can put into a character in 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. But when I played Pathfinder, that's just 3.5.
Yeah, that's what 4.0 should have been.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
What's that?
All right. So,
He has
thanks,
returned.
thanks, guys. Jody and Dean are going to a friend's graduation party, so they're just about to head out.
Sweet.
Very
Okay.
nice.
So, Titus, you're up.
Dave, where is it standing?
It is right there, but you are inside.
Yeah, but I'm asking Dave, where is it standing? Because he just looked out the window.
Good point. Dave just as he comes in from just telling the nightmares to defend the passengers, he just points up like this.
And I pull my gun and I shoot right where he's pointing.
Roll a pistol attack at disadvantage because you cannot see your target.
That's
he
perfectly
pulls it
fine.
anyways.
That's perfectly fine. Titus does not want to get out of this goddamn carriage. So there's the first roll.
We're gonna show up to Brine Manor with this thing like hobbling, and then like a wheel's gonna fall off. We're just gonna like pile out.
I miss.
All right, so Felix, right underneath, like right between your feet, all of a sudden, just a hole blasts through, and you kind of can hear right something go right past your nose.
What is the
Get in the two, man. Watch where you're shooting.
what is the expression on Dave's face when I do that?
He seems to be cool with it at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, that's my bonus action. Let's see if there's anything I can do.
Are you guys getting tired of the music? Do you want me to switch over to something else?
I'm fine with it.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I don't care.
I just don't want to
It's
die.
the same music over and over.
I just don't want to die.
There, I'll just start the general combat.
Yeah, now that you brought it to my attention, it's bothering me.
It reminds me of
anything.
the Batman movie, but the scene where they're in the club and they're introducing Poison Ivy and they have all those
So-
weird gorillas in costumes.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, okay.
that music.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah, Uma Thurman. Yeah, they like introduce her and yeah, all these gorillas in purple gorilla suits.
All right, so
I'm going to yell out the window, Felix, fuck it up, and give him advantage on the next attack. All he has to do is hear me.
It's now my
With-
attacks are just regular because they would cancel out from the
Master of Tactics. So
nice. Okay.
um,
Can I make a recommendation before he does that?
no.
I think. Okay.
Okay. Natari, you're up.
Shoot. I am charmed and poisoned.
Yep. At the beginning of your turn, you take. Oh, sorry, Titus. At the end of your turn, roll a Constitution saving throw.
He left.
Okay, hold on. I will do it for him. Bookmarks, PCs, Titus. Oh, come on. Why are you taking so long to load? It's not like I have 47 tabs open running this fucking thing.
Do you?
And
No.
an animated battle map.
the life of the
46.
DM.
I don't know. I wasn't sure. I mean, you have some pretty crazy stuff.
That is a 13. That is a fail. Okay. Natari, at the beginning of your turn, you take 10 points of poison damage.
Son of a.
And still being charmed, you must use all of your movement to get as close to this thing as you can.
You can't tell me what to do.
So go ahead and roll me an athletics check. Okay. So you climb up behind Morlo, and I will give you the same choice if you're wanting to try to shove your way forward to get a little bit closer to this thing. Or actually, you can move through another person's, but that wouldn't give you enough movement to get all the way back there.
Yeah, because you have to end in an empty space.
Is
Would
that
it charm?
climbing up took 10 feet because it was a 5-foot climb, 15, 10, 20, 30. What's your movement?
35 feet.
Oh, 35. Yeah, you actually could wind up in that space right there just by squeezing through your ally spaces. So,
I think because I'm charmed, I would just naturally do that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is a way for you to get closer to them. So at the you because you're charmed, you cannot attack the creature. Or is there any other action you want to take?
Can I pet it?
Say what?
Pet it.
Yeah. So you guys watch as Natari just is like, oh, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, coming through, and then just like gets like right up against this thing and just kind of like pets one of its wings.
What the fuck?
At the end of your turn, Natari, first roll me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Come on, charisma. Where are you at? Oh, there you
14.
are. Better.
And very similar to the look that came over Petra's face, you guys see Natari petting the wing of this thing, and he's like, what the hell am I doing? You are no longer charmed. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
And you are no longer poisoned. You shake off the effect of the poison. All right. It is now the creature's turn.
No, I don't think it gets a turn actually.
When's Petra's turn?
Let's see here. Wait a minute. Did I skip Petra?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Petra, you are after Natari. For some reason, it skipped to you. I'm sorry.
No
you are
worries.
You are up.
So Petra is no longer charmed nor poisoned, correct?
Correct.
But she is still dangling, correct?
Yeah, you're basically clinging to the side of the carriage, kind of like riding down the I would say down the road, but 40 feet over the tree line through the border ethereal, clinging onto the side.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Petra externally wonders if she'll make a splash if she hits the ground, like in the ocean, and then she's gonna try to pull herself up back into the carriage.
Getting into the carriage is no problem. So Emma, I will move you. Yep, and that is an empty seat right there. So Petra, you are back inside safely.
Lovely. Is that a full action?
I
No.
imagine her hair is standing on end.
The hackles
Oh,
are definitely
Hackles
up.
are
Yeah.
raised. AF. Is that an action, Shannon?
No, that is just your movement to climb back inside of the carriage.
Oh, okay.
And that only used 5 feet of your movement, so you still have like 25 feet left if you wanted to try to climb on top or something.
Yes. Okay. Petra has taken this personally and is going to go ahead and climb up to the. Stop scratching my chair. Stop it. Sorry, my cat.
Oh, I figured that was Kelsey.
Stop it.
Kelsey, down.
It was Smokey Joe. She's gonna climb up to the top of the carriage.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics or athletics to climb up.
Sure.
And
Nope.
roll me a
No way.
dexterity saving throw.
Damn it.
Again? Oh no, she has advantage.
Advantage
think
on
it matters.
advantage on strength checks. Roll another athletics check, please.
Okay.
Yep, you hop right up on top because of
Hooray.
it's like you're trying to climb up, and it's like you feel like you're going to slip again, and you're like, oh no, not again, and all of a sudden the spectral bear from the coach's seat just turns around and looks at you and just raises its paw and gives a thumbs up, and you're just like, yep, and you hop up on top
Don't
Like
want to
the
embarrass
Coca-Cola polar
myself
bear?
in front of the bear.
like the Coca-Cola bear. Exactly.
Okay, and then Petra is going to whip out her rapier.
Okay, you are not within attacking distance of this thing.
Oh, JK. Sorry. There's a lot of things up here.
Sorry,
Which one
yes.
is the actual
Bad.
Can't she move through her friends as long as she ends in no?
Yes. So
Like
you
if-
could move. You basically could move forward into Morlow's spot, take the attack, and move back as long as you end. So that's fine.
Perfect. Okay. She's going to go ahead and do that with her rapier.
Okay. And you do have allies
Yeah.
within 5 feet, so sneak
Yoo-hoo.
attack does work. So that is 10 points of piercing damage. So kind of using where the magical head of the serpent that has bit into this thing twice as kind of like a bullseye to aim for. You just kind of dive around Morlo and just come around his shell and just shove your rapier forward and sink it into the chest of this thing. And it just, you hear that chittering, annoyed sound intensify a little bit.
And Petra goes ahead and says, nobody charms me but me, as she stabs it.
I imagine she's just like, excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me.
Okay.
But she somehow
now
manages to spit out that.
it is the creature's turn. So 3, its Crystal Spores ability does not recharge, so it will use its Talon attacks. It will take 1 at Felix, 1 at Emma, and 1 at Natari, the 3 who are no longer charmed.
That was just because Natari was petting it.
All
You
right.
You can't speak its language, but you understand the facial expression enough to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Felix, first attack is toward you, an 18.
That hits right on the dot.
All right, so it's one of its just nasty hooked piercers just comes up and jabs down into the opening of where the shoulder guard meets the opening of your breastplate and just sinks down into your shoulder. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
Next attack at Emma, 14.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that hits.
Another one coming up the other way and just hits into your side, and you feel it pierce for 15 points of slashing damage.
Does he get disadvantage because he's hexed?
I don't know. That's a good question. Does he
I
get disadvantage because he's hexed?
Do not know. Let me double check. So the spell.
Because I know he doesn't get it for
issue.
Hexblade's Curse doesn't do it, but regular old Hex, I don't know if it does or not.
So choose one ability when you cast spell. No, it just has disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
All right. And then 1 attack at Natari. 10 is not going to hit because I know Natari's AC is pretty high. Xanthion, you're up. At the beginning of your turn, you take 19 poison damage.
Okay. Xanthion's gonna like try to get Felix to switch spots with him.
What's DM ruling on that?
I mean, you're there's really no chance
Xanthion,
to.
I think what you're gonna have to do is step
With your
in.
temporary hit points, does this drop you?
I was at 28 before that, so I'm at 17 right now.
Okay. Oh, so you're at, okay. So you can, what you can do is make a shove attempt to exchange places with Felix, but that's going to be your movement. What is it that you're trying to do?
I'm just trying to swap spaces.
For that, that would take your action.
Well, you can move into his area and then move back to yours.
Yeah. That is possible.
Okay,
That
he's
encourage attack of opportunity though?
You could actually move through everybody's area and end right there.
That's true. You could.
And that is not a euphemism.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Pull out his short sword. No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna two-handed longsword.
Just waiting to leave.
Hey, and his
All right, love you
disadvantage
guys.
his disadvantage would be canceled because he's being flanked.
That's correct.
So,
So what about being a rules lawyer now, huh?
I'm gonna
Hey,
hunter
Lawful
sense him.
Good.
Just gonna do hunter sense. See what his immunities.
Is that a bonus action or a reaction?
It
Or,
is.
sorry, a bonus action or a full action?
It is a action. So I'm just gonna attack.
Okay. You can
actually-
now pull. Sorry.
I'll put Slayer's Prayer on so I get an extra D6 for my first one. That is a bonus action.
Okay, and you. Okay, so you're doing that instead of attacking two-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So Slayer's Prey. There.
I'm gonna swing.
Swing,
And
bada
One-handed
bada
or
bada.
two-handed?
Two-handed.
Okay.
I'm gonna. No, my real dice is fucking me just like the fake ones. So
15 hits.
7,
Just hits. So 7 plus
2d6,
2d6. Yeah.
3.
So 10 points of damage.
Attack again.
All right. Oh, hold on just one second, guys. I think somebody's yelling for me.
Okay.
It's not gonna hit.
Fuck it up.
Pretty good. Bug spray. I cast Raid.
All of a sudden Atari just goes, "What the hell am I doing?" And he pulls out a massive can of Raid, like Acme style.
Oh, I thought you said rave, and I was about to start going.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots. Jokes that never get old.
All right. Nope. False alarm. Okay.
13's not gonna hit.
14 does not hit. Okay. Top of round
All right.
3.
So the target's 15.
Do I need to make a Constitution saving throw?
End of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw. Nope.
It's gonna
Top
get
of the
rough.
round, Morlo, you are still charmed.
No.
Well, I mean, he's about as close as he can get.
And you
Okay.
are not poisoned. So yeah, so you cannot attack this thing. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I have to plug my phone in, so I'm gonna turn my camera off, and I'm still here.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm charmed, right? So I don't know.
You're
What is
charmed.
that?
So charmed
Wait.
just means you cannot attack this creature.
Do
Uh,
I? Can I understand what type of, like, what do I want to? Why do I want to get to this creature?
Because the sound that it emitted, this deep, resonating, thrumming sound that came from it, just like penetrated your brain and made you want to get as close as possible.
I
It
want
was
to
just
hug
like
it,
sheer rapture.
Okay, so I just want to get. I want to.
Kind of like
wanna-
Frodo when he
Get
wore
to
the
the source
ring.
of the penetration.
I want. Like I want to. Okay,
Aaron.
I'm just going to try to keep getting closer to it then, because that's what I would do.
Yep, and you're right up against it, so you're just still like kind of petting it. Go ahead and roll me a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn.
I'm the only woman among men, so don't Aaron me. I get to be gross too.
That's nope. You are enthralled by this thing,
I
Morlo.
love this thing.
You are you. This is the best thing ever.
Such a
Best
fan.
thing since sliced bread.
Oh,
Emma,
what's
you're up.
Okey doke. Good old Staff of the Adder. Let's go.
Let's go.
Do I get advantage? 'cause
All
it's getting
reliable.
flanked?
No, because there is nobody in this space. So you are
Okay.
not currently flanking.
I want advantage, so can I just step into Felix's space, attack, and step back out?
Sure. I'll allow it.
All right. What was my good dice? That's a 16.
16 hits.
So that is
Constitution saving throw. Right, it's Constitution, correct?
yeah. And then 5 on Hex, 2 on flat damage, and did he fail the save?
That is a 6. He failed again.
God. So that's 15 poison damage.
For a total of
That was 15
15 and 6.
20, and then a total of 22.
22. All right. This thing is looking rough.
Emma just went ham on it.
All right. Felix, you are up.
Okay. So Felix is going to attempt to whacky whack with the sword sword,
Okay.
and because he has Hexblade's curse, it's actually a +10 to hit. That's gonna hit. It's just a
Shannon.
straight roll because of the advantage. That is 10 damage, one-handed, and then unless otherwise, Felix is going to burn his 3rd level spell slot, and he's just going to cast Magic Missile right in its face.
Also, at the beginning of your turn, Christian, you take 11 points of poison damage.
Still standing.
Yep. Isaac, I think I heard you say something.
I forgot to roll concentration on that hex, but I just rolled it and I passed.
Thank
I just
you.
wanted to tell you that.
Much appreciated. I did not realize that Hex was concentration. Let me put that marker on. Okay.
And unless he's dead from the and it'd also be a +6 radiant damage.
Okay. So total damage of 16. Would you like to describe your kill?
Yes, finally. So as Emma scoots in front, he's like, "What in the fuck?" And he's going to move her out of the way, and then he's going to bat one of the arms away with his sword, and he's going to drive it in, and then he's going to quickly jut up, and it's going to pop out one of the blossoms or the cavities in his head, and then radiant fire.
Okay. Morlo, the source of your charm effect is dead, so you are now no longer charmed. Felix, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. That's a nat 1. I'm still poisoned.
You are still poisoned.
I don't like that we're still in initiative. I don't like that. I don't like
There-
that at all.
There are still poisoned people.
I want to. Okay, hold on. Who looks the most rough out of our party?
It might actually be me.
Let me see here, because this guy is down. Xanthion and Felix are both looking pretty rough.
And is Felix still poisoned?
Yes.
Who's lower? Xanthion or Felix? Is Xanthion still poisoned?
Xanthion is also still poisoned.
Worry about Felix.
Felix, lesser restoration.
I'll remove the poisoned icon.
And I'll hand you, or I'll just tell you to take one of your health potions.
And I just hold a hand up and pop myself. Oh wait, are we still in combat technically?
No.
Okay, so then Felix is just gonna use his natural healing abilities.
Xanthion, I need you at the beginning of your next turn, you take 15 poison damage. This poison is really just absolutely tearing you up. At the end of that turn, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. And the poison subsides.
Xanthion's like holding himself up with his sword, just trying not to fall over.
Yep.
I just imagine like as everybody, like as the poison ended for everybody like kind of coughed up one of those spores or something like that.
Yeah, just like that. This kind of coughs, and whatever that sparkling dust was just comes out of its mouth, out of their mouths.
Xanthion's like, can someone help me back into the thing? I need to lay down.
Does Titus take damage from poison?
Is Titus still poisoned?
Yes.
Oh yes. So at the beginning of your next turn, you take 8 points of poison damage. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Man, I wish I
Petra
had
will
numbers like
help.
that.
Petra will
8.
help Xanthion down and say, you look like you need some sleep. Why don't you just get some rest?
All right. And I will say over the course of this next turn, one by one, everybody files back into the carriage.
Yeah, Felix just flies in.
Yep. And with help and it not being like a stressful situation, everybody is able to make their way in without issue. So we will put Xanthion there on the inside. And we will put Day of Allure right there. So some shuffling about has occurred. And Titus, you are still poisoned. So at the beginning of your next turn, you take 17 points of poison damage. And you guys at this point, as you file in, notice that.
Oh, if Titan's still looking really bad, I'm gonna slap another restoration on it.
Yep, and this is about the point where you would notice that he is looking really rough as you settle back in, and like you just see him.
And
turning.
he is clutching to this rope that is tied around him.
I'm gonna I imagine is lesser restoration touch?
You could touch him.
It
yeah.
is. It is touch. It is a touch range. I imagine Emma reaches out and tries to pull him back into the carriage, and as she does, she casts lesser restoration.
Titus never was out of the carriage.
Oh, you
Yeah,
were
he
holding
stayed
on to
inside
rope.
the
I was
whole time.
confused.
I stayed inside the whole time, and he is still clutching the damn rope. He does
Mhm.
not want to fly anymore, ever.
Xanthion's gonna use the healing.
Okay. Yep. So at this point, you guys have settled back inside. The bear totem will eventually. Does it last for a minute?
Yeah.
All right. So it goes away. That creature has gone away. And you guys settle back down and kind of catch your breath a little bit. Anybody who wishes to use a healing potion can use one, or any other healing that gets distributed.
Does
And-
Morlo have any clue what just happened to him?
Yeah, it's like as your mind clears, you realize that you were beguiled by this thing. Like you were definitely under its effect. So you know that your behavior was affected by whatever happened. You're not very familiar with charm effects and magic in general, but
Right.
yeah, you know something wasn't right because
Okay.
you had an opportunity to fuck something up and you didn't take it. So
Right.
you know something's got to be bad on Morlo's part for that to happen.
Okay.
I would imagine it's kind of like toward the end of Lord of the Rings when Frodo put the ring on and all he wanted to do was stand up and look at the eye.
Mm-hmm. Very similar.
Emma's gonna sit down and look at Davalor.
And he's just kind of like,
You sure you want to stay in the border, Ethereal?
This makes no sense. We had no issues on our way to fetch you at all. And now it seems like something is drawing these things to us.
It's
That might be
probably
me.
us. It's
Dan-
probably.
I
it's
am
probably
pretty
all of us.
attractive.
It's probably all of us, yeah.
And Dave Lord just kind of glances around the carriage and is like, just kind of shakes his head a little bit. Reaches into his cloak, pulls out a flask.
Care to share? Thank you.
You lasted longer than most people who have to host us.
Roll a Constitution saving throw, Felix.
What's he rolling for?
The way that these have been going tonight, this is going to be great. Oh, 18. Okay.
Felix is about to be the life of the party.
You have never imbibed whatever is in this flask before, but it burns in a way that no alcohol has ever burned. It does not burn like the sting of alcohol. It burns like you have just consumed fire.
What did I just drink?
Something from the madam's private stock.
Clearly something I need to drink as well.
Oh, it tastes like it's one of their piss. Oh, God.
He hands the flask over to you.
Petra
Petra.
takes a swig and
What's
says,
it
just
look
like
like?
the good old days.
Oh, it's in a flask. You can't.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Xanthion also asks for the flask.
Sorry, Dave. Oh, wow.
Roll me a Dexterity saving throw.
What? Me?
Yes.
Oh, God.
No. Oh, God. Okay.
You do make it to the window and throw the window open and get your head stuck outside before you throw up. But it is like down and then immediately back up.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Petra's statement still stands. So she will take a swig, stick her head out, throw up, bring her head back in, not miss a beat, and say, just like used to drink on the ship. I miss this.
Xanthion snatches the flask out of her hand and just throws a swig back.
Oh, honey, no.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh.
I'm so this be awful.
15 is a success.
Xanthion can hold his liquor better than Petra.
The feeling, by the way, Felix and Petra and Xanthion, the feeling does not go away with the throwing up, with the success of the Constitution saving throw. Like, your esophagus is on fire. It is difficult to speak, and your eyes are just watering.
Just like Mom used to make.
I hate cinnamon.
Xanthion hands the flask back to Dave.
Cinnamon.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Morlo's obviously curious as well.
He hands it over.
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
Morlo wants to smell it and sniff it. What does it smell like?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, I'll do that first, actually. Because I'm not sure if I want to drink it.
After one throwing up and the other one's
Do
talking.
it and you're cool. Do
Hey,
it and you're cool.
You know what just
Peer
happened to
pressure.
Morlo?
Peer pressure.
With an 8, it is a smell that you have smelled before. And as you sit there and you think about it, you're like, where have I smelled this? I've smelled this somewhere recently. And you're like, oh wait, no, I smelled this just a few seconds ago, actually, when we were outside on the roof of the coach. This is smoke, specifically brimstone.
Okay, so it makes me think of when I was just charmed, and Morlo's gonna and hand it
Is
back.
this a
Not gonna
fucking
drink it.
drink straight from the hells?
And he
Drink nightmare piss.
Dave Lord just tucks it away into his cloak.
I don't know what's scarier, the fact you have that or the fact that you seem to be unaffected.
Dave, where did you get that? I really need to know your supplier.
It's the madam's private stock.
And where does she keep it? I need all of
And you-
this.
And you have no idea what it is?
It's whiskey.
Mm,
Maybe.
It reminds me of my
Xanthion
childhood.
can't zone of truth. I don't like his answers.
All
Do you
right,
have
Dave.
any extra?
All right, Dave. Just be frank with us for 5 goddamn seconds. We just killed some praying mantis looking motherfucker. Can you tell us what's in the goddamn flask?
Oh, you need him angry.
What is okay?
DC 14. He's
Fe-
probably gonna pass it.
Felix, make either a persuasion or an intimidation check of your choosing.
We're gonna go intimidation.
And I need everyone to roll is it a charisma saving throw?
Charisma, yeah.
All right, everyone make a charisma saving throw.
Is it against being charmed?
I don't know. Can you tip over the text of Zone of Truth to me?
Yeah.
18 on the intimidation, Shannon. 24 on my charisma saving throw.
I don't think it's being charmed.
You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell on a failed save.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about charm.
Nothing, no mention of charm, so no.
Okay.
Can Xandan just purposefully fail it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you can choose to fail it. I
I'm
got
just
a
gonna fail
19.
it. I'm-
Okay. So you guys have passed for this round. It just depends on how long he keeps it up. Where did Davalor go? There he is. I switched over to magic missile. Okay. Charisma saving throw. That is a 16.
Felix intimidated the wrong guy.
He passes.
I'm gonna leave it up for the full 10 minutes.
Okay. What was the intimidation check?
18.
18. He's like, let me see here. It's like, it is imported whiskey.
From where?
I assume from one of the 9 hells.
Thank you. That's all we
you.
were
It was
asking.
just so hard.
That's. I am not at liberty to discuss the madam's personal affairs. But
Darling Death.
you are correct, Master Felix. You have most certainly earned some hospitality.
Is the madam from the Nine Hells?
Oh
Oh
no.
God, I hope so.
We can-
Aw.
I hope
No.
not. She has your blood.
What?
Well, I mean, no. I hope she doesn't. I hope she doesn't step on me. I don't want that at
Actually-
all.
That actually brings up a good question, Davalor. We're about to meet this Madam of Want. We have no idea who we're meeting. Can you give us general physical description? Height? Race?
If I'm
Eye
being
color?
honest, I don't care. She can step on me any day of the week. I don't care
Well,
what she looks like. But
I just need
for
to
the
know
rest
who,
of the crew,
we just need to know who to be nice to and who to avoid, because from the sound of it, she's your old school aristocrat, which means keep your eyes to the ground and say nothing. Am I
Wow.
incorrect? Am I incorrect in saying that, Davalor?
I would indeed recommend not speaking unless spoken to.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
Traditional
you know.
aristocrat.
Shoot.
To give you a brief description of the madam, she is of middle years, of average height and build for a woman of stature. Not petite, not plump, just well kept. Excellent skeletal structure, high cheekbones, very striking woman.
I don't like that you've examined her this closely, but go on.
It's one of those things.
Skeletal
It's
structure.
one of those things about aristocracy. They pay attention to the weirdest features.
Skeletal structure. Oh,
Tell me about it.
abhorrent. Continue.
Piercing hazel eyes, black hair,
Ooh. Okay.
fair skin.
Totally my type. But, you know, no one's not my type, so love it. Anything else we should know?
Just put on an excellent performance, get paid, and go about the rest of your lives in peace.
That's a dream to me. Anyone else have issues with this plan? Great.
I'm just the accountant. I go where you go.
Aw, Petra and the backups.
Well, somebody has to make sure you
I'm
don't
wearing the
hemorrhage
t-shirt.
coin.
No, I'm not. Where'd the t-shirt go?
All right.
Love it.
Well, I am going to try once more to turn in.
Whoa.
Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, is that a whole ass t-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bro,
That's amazing. I
wait a
love that.
second. I'm gonna cry.
You can order like just like custom text t-shirts off of Amazon. That was like $8. $10. I just typed in.
Right, this is great. I want
that's
8
awesome.
of them.
Xanthion gets inspiration.
Like,
Yes.
what a reveal. Way to go, Logan. Damn.
Worth it.
Yes. Yes.
Also, who cast Zone of Truth?
Xanthion did.
Xanthion.
Xanthion, dude.
Hell yeah. he
I
did.
didn't like him being a smart.
Where's he sitting? Oh, there he is. So after that, Felix is going to lean forward. I'd be a little bit more careful doing things like that because it's kind of noticeable.
I'm a noticeable person.
Probably best not to be sometimes.
Don't worry. You only have to be noticeable, when there's someone less noticeable than you. So
When-
as long
when
as
you
I'm here,
perform.
he's fine.
Most people don't like it when they're compelled to tell the truth magically. And there might be a couple laws on the books about that, but that's another thing entirely.
Oh, laws and
Xanthion
books.
casts- Xanthion casts speak with animals and starts having a conversation with the goose.
No
Nice.
way.
That's
It's
fine.
my goose.
You
Petra's gonna
can't
be
talk to my
incredibly
damn
jealous.
goose.
Petra's gonna
Watch me.
she's gonna cast comprehend languages if that happens out of spite because she wants to be included in everything.
Does that work?
No, it doesn't.
I was gonna say.
Damn. It doesn't?
No, yeah, because beasts don't have a language technically.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Xanthion would like to ask the goose what his preferred name is.
Or her.
Or her, that's true.
Or their. They could be non-binary.
Okay, so the
Non-binary goose.
duck the non-binary goose.
Xanthion would like to ask their preferred pronouns and the
Hello, goose. What are
name
your pronouns?
Duck the goose.
So you cast comprehend. You cast. Sorry, what? Speak with animals.
Yeah.
You cast speak with animals.
He's gotta think of a voice for the goose.
Please have the same accent as Gadamer Galyugar.
I didn't
So-
think about that. I could have just. Emma could have just asked the goose what it wanted its name to be.
And so you guys watch as Xanthion sits up and just looks at the goose in Petra's lap and just goes, "Honk!" And the goose looks up all of a sudden, just like really startled, and goes, "Honk!"
What does
Logan,
it say?
you hear,
Because I
them,
understand it too.
they. My pronouns are them and they, even though I have no idea what a pronoun is.
No, it's
This
it's
is
just what the fuck is a
weird.
pronoun?
This is weird. How are you doing this?
Emma just looks down. Emma doesn't even cast a spell. Emma just looks down and goes, "Hi," and it understands.
You're around some pretty magical folk. What do you want us to call you? Right now, we're just calling you Duck Duck.
I don't give a fuck what you call me. I'm a goose.
Fair enough.
Wait,
Petra, the pronouns are they, them, even though they don't know what a pronoun is.
Idgaff. That's the name of the goose. Idgaff. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I
Idgaff.
just
Gooses
don't
can
understand
swear?
how you're talking to me, and I don't understand how I'm understanding it. This is very confusing to me.
Have you heard of magic?
We need to learn the awaken spell so we can cast it on the goose.
Oh my god.
how does a goose know how to swear?
Like, are you guys eventually gonna kill and eat me? That's usually what happens to us.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
on the agenda, but I wouldn't put it past us.
Especially if you poop everywhere.
Wait a second. Okay, can Petra hear them responding to the goose?
Right now, Isaac, Emma, Xanthion, and the goose are just honking at each other, like uncontrollably. So, like in like the way that geese do while they're flying information. Honk, 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 honk.
Okay, first of all, what the hell? This is my goose. What are you saying to my goose? Are you corrupting them?
Yes.
Well, I'm the one that does the corrupting, so cool it, mister. Next, what are you saying to my goose?
I was just asking what he wanted to be called. They wanted to be called.
And,
He doesn't. They don't give a fuck.
okay, so duck duck it is?
Duck, duck, it is.
Duck, duck,
Lovely.
I don't give a fuck.
Duck, duck. I don't
Duck,
give a-
duck, I don't give a fuck. Duck, duck, I don't give a fuck. Duck. Okay. Yeah.
Good old Indiana.
Great. It's a hyphenated name, apparently. I love it.
Like you, Felix, you just say that out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Davalor gives you the flask back, just entirely. Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Dave, what the hell is happening? You said you've never gotten attacked like this before, so
No,
which one of us is the one that's so attracted to all these evil baddies?
I have no idea. But at this point, I just want to get back to the manor.
That's fair. You do too. Any more snacks or alcohol stashed in the recesses of this magnificent carriage?
Sure.
Lovely. Madame Verine owes us, that's for sure.
All right. Snacks are distributed.
Emma eats more
Cheese
cheese
and
bits.
nuts. Mostly cheese.
And what time of day is it?
Right now, you guys have not yet completed your long rest, so we're probably pushing like 4:30, maybe 4:30 a.m.
Pantheon's going to pass out again.
Yep.
Felix is gonna say in Celestial, Ned, come here.
Jumps up, nuzzles.
Yes. Sorry, Titus. I have a soft spot.
You look over, and Titus is still just clinging to the rope that is connected to the grappling hook that is connected to a fixture inside the carriage.
I'm gonna look down at Ned and go, oh, a little high strung, isn't he?
Did you
Titus
really
is
say
not
that out
saying
loud?
anything. He is just like terrified.
I say that in Celestial.
If a cat could shrug, it does.
Just does the head tilt.
Scritchy, scritchy. Good. Good. Night, night.
I did not need to hear Shannon make a purring noise today.
And yet you did.
No, too bad.
Okay. Unless there are any more conversations or anything that needs to be done, we can say that one by one you either drift back off to sleep or just basically with white knuckle tension finish the rest of a long rest.
Petra falls asleep with like a cube of cheese stuck in her tooth. In her little feline, canine. Just
Natari
stuck
just-
there. She fell asleep.
Gently reaches forward and shoves it the rest of the way down your throat.
Petra chokes and dies. The end.
Full-on character.
That brings up a good question. Do Tabaxi have hairballs? Like, Petra's never coughed one up yet.
I just kind of assumed it was a given that has happened.
She does that in private. Thank you. She's thoroughly embarrassed about her hairball tendencies.
The natural function.
All right. So you can mark off the completion of a long rest.
Hallelujah. Oh, it's good to see all those numbers back to normal.
Yeah.
One by one, you come to consciousness. Having slept in, those of you that could manage to go back to sleep, just by virtue of the emotional and physical exhaustion of such a harrowing, unexpected encounter. But you come to consciousness one by one. And settle in for what is.
Did anything interesting happen while everybody else was asleep?
No, it
Okay.
pretty much passes without incident. As you guys get past the wooded area that you are currently flying over, the carriage does land, and to put it on the world map, switch that out. So you guys land again with a little jostle that the rest, those of you that were still asleep, are shaken awake by that at that point and returning to solid ground. The rustle and vibration of the carriage wheels going along returns. And the travel will still take most of the day. So in these confined quarters, is there anything that anybody wants to do for the rest of the carriage ride?
I'll make my
message
last two
you, Shannon.
potions.
Titus is just going to start copying spells.
Okay.
Shannon,
Yes.
I can focus on 3 potions at once. Or
3 healing potions at once.
Could I do? I have enough for my 2 more of the last healing potions. Could I do those 2 and then an actual potion?
No, because any alchemical potion actually takes your entire focus.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be brewing, so I'll figure out what I'll make. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
You can go on to somebody else if somebody's doing something.
Okay.
Petra would like to finagle any more information from Devil or Datlov as she can about Madame Verine and or the party that's about to happen.
So yeah, over the course of the day with various conversation, Devalor makes it known that the party is very exclusive. It is a small guest list, but an exceptionally important guest list. Everyone who is attending is of the highest esteem and prestige. As far as like what the details of the party are, you aren't really given much information on that. Just that your job is to be consummate showman in providing entertainment for the evening.
So what is the purpose of this party then?
Simply to entertain, I suppose.
So Madame Verine just decided one day that she wanted to have a party and entertain people? This isn't an annual thing, this is just out of the blue?
No, it is very rare that the madam entertains guests in the manner proper. I mean, the madam has no shortage of callers who come to solicit from her, but as far as invitation for a social event, no, this is a rare occurrence. As for how much planning went into it before she advised me to begin making arrangements, I could not say. But yes, one day she simply informed me of the intent to hold a soiree and put me in charge of various preparations, one of which is supplying entertainment.
Lovely. So is there anyone else on the guest list of note that we should be aware of? I don't want to offend anyone. I'm from the seas, so I don't know anyone on the land very well. I don't want to embarrass myself. So any information you can give me, it would be great.
I wish I could, because that could very definitely go a long way in smoothing over potential problems before they arise. Unfortunately, the madam is handling the guest list personally. She did tell me it would be an intimate affair, but as far as who is going to be attending, I am not privy to that information.
Well, okay. I'm well accompanied to intimate affairs, so even if I don't know who's coming, I should be okay as long as it's intimate. Thank you for that information anyway, though.
Of course. Anything else?
I'm making a potion of climbing
Potion
with
of climbing.
the ingredients I have to make one common potion. And I need to roll an alchemy check on that, don't I?
Yep.
That might fail. That's a 12.
Hold on. Potion of climbing.
All the climbing.
Nope, the DC is 12. You succeed.
Ooh. Emma's gonna make this potion, and then she's gonna hand it to the best person to give a potion of climbing to, Petra.
All right. Aaron, you can mark down that you have a potion of climbing.
Huzzah!
And that takes one work day, which is, and you do have enough time to get that in before you arrive. Okay. Anything else?
Shannon sent you a message, so just whenever you want to respond to that.
Oh, that is to Locexus?
Yes.
Ah,
Yep.
gotcha. You hear a response come into your mind. Goodness. Do be careful, brother. That sounds frightening. I have to say my interest is based on seeing justice done for what you have endured.
Just to be careful, brother. That must be frightening. What was the last half of that?
He says, please be careful, brother. That sounds frightening. I have to say, my personal concern in the proceeding is seeing justice done for what you have endured.
So then I'll send back another.
Okay. Actually, probably should have done this first. Roll a D100.
That's right, yeah. Shoot.
What?
He's casting sending across planar boundaries. Okay.
So
And then go ahead and roll another one since you're sending another sending spell. Okay.
Ooh,
You flirted with it. You flirted
inching
with
closer.
it. Yeah.
So if anybody else has anything else, I'll just type it out and send it to you.
Does anybody have anything?
No.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay. Color me suspicious, but Call me suspicious. But generally, someone of my heritage doesn't get championed out of the goodness of people's hearts. Let me double check and see the count on that.
19.
19. People's hearts. Is anyone driving you or instructing you? There we go.
There's a delay. And you're starting to think that maybe the return message got lost, because you do know that between planes, even though this is the first time you've ever actually cast this from another plane, you know that it can get lost trying to cross the planar boundaries, but then eventually his voice returns, sounding very careful. He says, Felix, what I'm about to say might damage our friendship. You have suffered greatly. I understand you don't trust me, but I trust you implicitly. There's a pause. Whatever the conclave wants.
Would this be part of that message, or
Nope.
is it a new message?
You
Okay.
can tell this is a new one.
Okay.
Whatever the conclave wants. My concern is only to see right done by you. Do not convince yourself you are lesser because of your heritage.
It's not a matter of lesser or greater. It's a case of not wanting to trade one abuser for a new one. And I'll leave it at that.
Roll me a D100.
D hundo. No. Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
You get no response. Of course, you also know that is you responding to his sending spell, so it would take a new sending spell on his part to reply to you. So,
Right.
But for whatever the reason, no response comes.
Who's got breakfast? I'm hungry. The accountant can't rightly keep the books if the accountant is hungry. It is hungry, sorry.
All right.
Emma, upon the mention of breakfast, Emma's gonna like get to. Is there a possibility of cooking with like the stuff, the food, the snacks and stuff that's on the train or on the carriage?
No, all of the food in here is like prepared and bundled, like
Um,
better than rations, because like this doesn't have to be preserved for long-term usage. Like it seems like this carriage was probably stocked before it was dispatched to fetch you, so a lot of it is like hard cheeses or nuts, or there is some fresh fruit and stuff, but there is nothing to prepare a hot meal.
darn. Emma is disappointed. I cast disappointment.
It is effective.
So several hours pass, and the coach is becoming increasingly claustrophobic as time goes on, because this is a grand coach, and while you are not elbow to elbow by any stretch of the imagination, you have been crammed in this thing for going on 24 hours at this point. And as you continue on, you're just kind of getting to that point where you are just done with the road trip, like just fed up. Everybody is starting to get on your nerves. Everybody's just getting a little antsy.
Orlo, you need to take a shower. Oh my god.
And then, in a reverse effect, as what happened as you were leaving Bright Hollow, all of a sudden, the exterior of the carriage brightens considerably. Like the light just increases exponentially. And Davalor, just sitting there, still reading this book of his, just notices the change in the light, pulls the curtain back, and is like, "Oh, we are getting close."
Thank the gods.
How much longer, Dave?
Hold on. He pulls the curtain back fully and opens the window. Well, I would say probably about 5 minutes.
Lovely.
And you feel the same incline that you felt before, except this time the rumble of the wheels continues. You are now beginning to ascend an actual physical hill, as you have now returned to the Prime from the Border Ethereal. And slowly, a gentle curve to the path as you feel the carriage begin to bear slightly to the right and start to slow down.
How many spell slots was I able to copy?
You would have had
I
a
mean,
full 8 hours of work.
So that's a spell slot every hour? I mean, a spell level? Is that how that
2
works?
2 hours per spell level.
Okay.
So you would have gotten 4 spell levels completed.
Sweet. I'll figure out what I'm doing, which ones. Go ahead. I'm done. Oh, while we're like, one last thing I want to do, since everybody's kind of antsy now, we're getting ready to get out. They're starting to prepare. They're probably a little distracted. I'm going to take my backpack and put it down on the ground, and I'm going to open the drawers where all the food is stored, and I'm going to fill the backpack up with food.
Okay.
All right. You can tell me how many I get, because it's a backpack holding. They're going to keep in there, and we're going to have more rations than I already have.
Average sack.
If Petra
It's
catches
a
on to what he's
backpack
doing,
holding.
she will run as the distraction while he stashes the food.
At this point, Davalor just seems exceptionally happy to have made it in one piece, so he's just like, fuck it, feel free, clean us out, I don't care.
All right. Well, I am emptying every drawer I can and filling it with food, and now I'm going to figure
Bless.
out which spells.
All right. And slowly, the coach comes to a stop. And as it does, on its own, all of the curtains over the windows slide open. And for a moment, you just blink in dazzling sunlight as it pours into the carriage, as the doors of the carriage swing open on their own. Well, We are here, everybody out. Not a moment too soon.
What an entrance. Thank you.
Emma's gonna follow them out.
All right. And one by one, you exit the carriage at your destination, having arrived at Verine Manor. Nestled in the rural landscape, Verine Manor rests atop a gently sloping hill. The manor house is an expansive structure of iron and elegantly carved stone with many windows and a sloping gabled roof. At the corners of the roofline perch downspouts carved in the shape of grotesquely grinning gargoyles. The manor's architecture is peculiar, simultaneously austere yet magnificent. While only a single story, the manor seems somehow imposing, almost monolithic. Perhaps it's an effect of resting atop the tallest hill around, but as you look up at it, you cannot help but feel very small and, although there are 7 of you, alone. A horseshoe driveway approaches the manor's main entrance from the west before winding its way east toward the stables at the foot of the hill. The carriage halts at the staging area in front of the manor and allows you to exit before heading down the hill toward the stables, the nightmares huffing pretentiously at you, glad to be free of this particular charge. Cobblestones of a dull grayish white form a path leading to the manor's grand entrance. Davalor Detlev takes a moment to straighten his cloak before leading the way and telling each of you to follow. He proceeds up the cobbled walkway. A strange, large cobbled walkway of a peculiar hue of somewhat brown, somewhat gray, somewhat white, unlike any cobblestones you've ever seen before. An ornate set of double doors crafted of carved wood banded with iron, accented with ivory and alabaster, lies at the end of the pathway. Is anyone doing anything, or do you just follow?
Anthony just follows.
Morlo follows.
Titus takes up the rear.
Yeah, I'm
All
just
right.
gonna follow for now.
All right. I need... all that. Scott, I need Morlo to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
Yeah. Something catches your foot and you face plant. Everybody kind of is startled for a moment as your friend Morlo just goes down hard, seemingly having tripped over something. No fall damage, just you have gone ass over tea kettle onto the ground.
All right.
What the hell, Morlo? You okay?
Beneath you.
I offer to help him up.
Davalor comes like trotting back, having like noticed the fall, and he like kneels down and is like, "Are you all right?"
Walk much?
Yes.
He helps you to your feet.
Nothing's hurt but my pride.
And looking back at what caught your toe as you were walking past, you notice one of the cobblestones is actually cracked. Not only cracked, but actually like shattered, and is actually open and reveals itself to be hollow inside.
I want to go look at it.
And you look at it and you can see down into it, and you can see this kind of opening about probably 3 inches across that your toe just caught on, causing you to fall. You can see down in it, and it's probably 8 inches, 9 inches, maybe just a hollow opening inside, just round and spherical. And the only thing you can see is there is a hole at the bottom that just seems to be filled with dirt, and the rest of it is just the same peculiar grayish white material. But then as you are looking at that, you look around the cobblestones around it, and you notice they all seem to have cracks or stress fractures in them. Actually, all of them bear 3 fractures, cracks, fissures, whatever. Some of them forming a Y shape coming up and then branching out this way. Some of them forming a T shape coming up and then just coming across like this. It's bizarre.
I kind of want to take my hand axe and see if I can chip away to get a better look.
Okay. Actually, I can show you guys as you're looking. Most of them kind of look like that.
Oh,
Looks like a skull.
Yeah, those look like skulls.
Titus instantly goes, ah! And jumps and gets off of this damn sidewalk.
I do like an investigation check to see if we like.
Yeah.
know-
Does everybody else see this, or does Marlo? Do I have to tell them?
Emma's gonna. Yeah. Did we?
Well,
see
do you
this?
want to point it out to them?
Not at first, because I don't
Okay.
think it's a big deal. But I want to look at it and see if it is indeed a skull.
You guys would notice him noticing the other cobblestones at this point.
Okay.
So your attention would be drawn to it. Roll me an investigation check, Morlo. Hard to tell, because they're packed in. I mean, like a cobblestone road,
Yeah.
packed in together like that. So,
And who's nearest to Morlo right now?
well, actually, they're kind of everybody is crowded around you because everybody came to lend a hand when you face
Okay.
planted.
Well, I'm just gonna, for the sake of this, I know Xanthion might be interested, so I'll say, Xanthion, come look at this.
Xanthion is already concerned because Morlo doesn't talk to him,
Exactly.
so he looks. Can I do an
Roll
investigation check?
an investigation check.
That's right. I don't think Marlo's ever talked to Xanthion.
He's gotten in Xanthion's face once and corrected him because he kept calling you a turtle.
Right? Maybe that's why.
I mean, they all seem to have this. You could make a medicine check if you're specifically wanting to know if you think this could be a skull.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm pretty good at medicine.
13? I mean, you know enough about medicine to know that there are cranial plates that fuse together to form the skull. So that could be what this is, or these could just be cracked cobblestones.
Can Xanthion slink back and attempt to dig one up?
I'm going to say no because Davalor is standing right there. There's nowhere for you to hide. And actually, at about
slow down in the pack to get like behind everyone.
okay, and actually at about this point, Davalor is just like helping Morlo to his feet and just like making sure he's okay. And he's like, "Ugh, my apologies. I will make sure that the grounds crew sees to this immediately and has that stone replaced. But we should probably get inside. Come, I will give you a grand tour of the manor."
Marlo would like to say, wait, what are these?
They're cobblestones.
Marlo's going to look at Xanthion and wait for what he has to say.
Why do they look like skulls?
How exactly do you mean?
Just the way they're put together, I guess.
Hearing this pointed out, Emma does not care what Davalor said. She's gonna mold earth to bring one up.
We're gonna.
So you cast Mold Earth, and nothing happens.
Not-
Whatever.
Does the dirt not even churn at all?
Nope. It's
was
like
that?
you feel the magic leave your hand as you were like trying to tell the earth how you want it to shape. and it's like the earth does not listen.
Well, Marlowe has seen enough skulls to know that he's looking through, like, superficially down through a Thurman Magnum.
Roll me another investigation check, this
Okay.
time with advantage.
All right.
Xanthion's gonna cast protection from evil and good on Morlo.
At advantage, so give me another one.
Jesus.
Hard to tell. You're actually still kind of like blurry-eyed just from the face plant.
Yeah.
So hard to notice.
Okay.
Does Titus see that a spell failed from Emma? Did he notice that?
I mean, you're right there, and it's obvious that she was trying to cast a spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine she's just kind of like, She's gonna try and just churn the dirt somewhere else. Same spell.
Same spell, but where are you doing it?
Off the path, just like trying to move dirt,
Got it. So yeah,
making sure her magic still works.
you definitely cast the spell. You know that the spell was successfully cast. You can feel the effect of it, but you do it again beside the pathway, and same result. The earth refuses to move at your command.
Actually, Xantheon wants to
magic zone.
cast Speak with Animals on the goose, with on himself, but to talk to the goose,
Right?
just to see if it works.
I also got my grappling hook and rope.
Yeah, gotcha. So you cast it, and then so Xantheon, in the middle of all of this tension, turns around and honks at the goose again. And the duck, I don't give a fuck, just looks at us like, what?
Sorry, just saying if it worked. Okay.
This really freaks me out, man.
It's not easy for me either.
This isn't natural.
It's not.
Xantheon.
Actually, it is. I'm druid.
Davalor, remember when you said that we earned a little hospitality? Maybe try not to lie to us.
As far as I know, these are cobblestones. I am not the groundskeeper. What exactly is it that makes you think they're skulls?
Just the way they're used together. The three. Is it like three stress fractures?
I pull out my medicine book.
Yep.
I flip to the pages of drawn skulls. I just hold it in front of his face without saying anything.
He looks at it for a second.
Emma, what spell were you trying to cast?
Mold earth. It won't move. Mold earth
Hello,
doesn't
darling.
work.
What is the name of the groundskeeper? I would love to have a chat with him, or her, or them.
And at this point, you can see that Dave Valor is just like staring intently at the medical textbook, for lack of a better word, that he is holding up, that Titus is holding up for him, and he doesn't seem to have heard your question, Petra. And Dave Valor just like looks at it and he like furrows his brow. He looks down, looks up, and he looks down again, and he goes over to the one that is showing a fracture, and he gets down and on one knee and he looks at it.
Jim looks terrifying.
I suggest we all make our way inside.
Oh yeah, this isn't an omen or anything.
Let's try our best not to.
Emma says that in character as she turns around and starts walking towards the manor.
Well, looks like we had better not displease the madam, it seems.
You hear that, Petra? Put on a good show.
I always do, darling.
It's not just Petra, Mr. Worked with Animals.
Yeah, and the backups. Thank you.
Unless someone's going to sit down and watch me crunch numbers, I don't think I'm putting on much of a show.
Well,
I
I'll
will-
watch you
I'll be
crunch
there to
numbers
support.
any day.
I'll be the manager.
You're all so boring.
I'm the accountant.
We'll fix that once we get to Verine Manor. Don't worry.
Me and Morlo are the bodyguards.
Oh, no, no, no. Some of you are going to be performing with me. So prepare yourselves.
I
Does
think-
anybody have a passive insight higher than 16?
Mine is 16.
Okay.
We're passive insight. No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, passive insight. Never mind. No, passive perception is 16. My apologies.
Okay. Nobody with a passive insight of 16 or higher? Okay.
I have an investigation of 17.
I have 16.
You do have 16. Okay. So Natari, as Davalor gets up after examining this broken cobblestone and straightens himself up and suggests getting into the manor proper, he's really trying to project an aura of professionalism and calm, but there's something in his eyes that tells you he's a little rattled at this. Like, this genuinely seems like something he was not aware of. And he continues on toward the main entrance of Verine Manor. And he throws the doors open and makes his way inside, bidding you all to follow. Does anybody remain behind?
I wait
Santiago,
for
really?
everyone.
Can I get to the door without walking on one of these skulls?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I'll follow, but I'm not
Yep.
walking on the skulls.
Yep. The walkway leads right up to a stoop, a couple of stairs that rise up into the main entryway, the double doors. So you could walk all the way on the grass right beside the walkway up to the stoop and then just step directly onto the stoop.
Muted, Ben.
I'm paying very close attention to what things are made of.
And he leads the way into the grand foyer of Verine Manor, letting you all follow behind him and fill in.
As Petra walks past Felix, he's gonna pull her aside real quick. Did you get a specification of payment?
You know, I didn't. I
Okay.
might have, but I forgot. But
That's all right. I just need to see the
I don't
contract.
really care about money.
Well, right. That's my job, but I just need to see the contract. So I'll talk to David.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I don't have any receipts for you. I will get them to you post haste, though.
Oh, it's fine. He can get them to me. I mean, he wrote up the contract, so
I don't know what I'm talking about. I made all of that up. You can take care of all of that.
Felix
Okay?
Felix just gives you the wink.
A grand foyer, 40 feet wide by 25 deep, with walls and floors of etched stone and a ceiling of exposed wood timbers. Large windows set in the south and west walls floods the room with natural light, which is augmented by two candelabras in the north corners. A lush red carpet 10 feet wide cushions your footfalls, leading toward another set of grand double doors to the north, flanked by decorative suits of armor on either side. Another smaller door adorns the east wall. Davalor turns as you all one by one filter your way into the foyer, and then pauses for a moment and kind of goes up on his tippy toes to be able to see over everyone. It's just like, Xanthion, this way, please.
And then just walks up, kind of pouting.
Well, welcome to Lady Verine's Manor. I can give you the tour if you would like. There are certain areas of the manor that will be off limits to you. I can show you where you will be staying and give you the grand tour.
Please do.
Are you speaking to only Xanthion or all of us?
Oh,
I
no,
am
all of you.
confused.
I just noticed he
Oh,
seemed to
okay.
be getting distracted by something.
As he does. Yes, please lead the way.
Oh, Christian.
Mhm.
When when everybody got off the carriage, Emma would have given you your quill back.
Thank
She
you.
kept the paper.
Okay. So if you guys want to zoom out, the grand tour is as follows. Having come into Verine Manor in the foyer, through the north doors of the foyer is the dining room. Off of the dining room is the library. Off of the library is the sitting room, which leads to the solarium. Off limits to you are the Madam's chambers. Could you see that since I was clicking on an area that's obscured by fog
Yeah, we
and
can
war?
see it.
Yeah, we
Alright.
can see it.
The Madam's chambers, the counting room, and the study are off limits, as is the kitchen. Each of you will be set up to sleep in the guests' chambers.
How many? Is this just a one floor?
It is a one-story building.
Okay. So he's taking us through all these rooms?
Yep.
When we get to the library, Emma's gonna ask if we are welcome to read the books in the library.
Oh, of course. Feel free with whatever spare time you have. At this point, it is pushing about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so you have a little bit of time before dinner. Then you will have the performance. Let me think here. So you have all day tomorrow to prepare for the performance. So you'll have a rest here tonight, a day to prepare tomorrow, and then the performance is the next day. In that time, you are welcome to make use of the library as you see fit. You will take any meals that you receive in the servants' dining room. Feel free to make use of the courtyard and the statuary garden as you see fit. Remain clear of the wishing pond. Remain clear of the garden shed, off of the statuary garden, and off of the vegetable garden. Also, the fountain in the courtyard is being a bit temperamental. Please do not touch it.
The fountain's being temperamental.
You mean the fountain's being temperamental?
Fascinating. I can't wait to look at it and not touch it.
And as he goes out, as he leads you out the doors of the solarium into the garden, you can kind of see like the fountain is like kind of sputtering, like it's having some plumbing issues. Like it'll go for a while and then spurt, and then go for a while and then spurt.
In there, baby.
That's gross.
I don't know. I think you guys should know that I heard Dad's laugh from up here.
Nice. But other than that, you're given the grand tour and told where you can go and where to stay away from.
At the end of the tour, Emma's gonna talk to. She wants to talk to Davalon.
Davalor.
Dave.
Yeah. So toward the end, you kind of get his attention.
Could I be allowed into the kitchen? I'd love to help cook.
I'm afraid the kitchen staff is very adamant about guests not interrupting them.
Okay.
Xanthion's gonna go explore the statue garden.
Okay. So Xanthion is exploring the statuary garden.
Yep.
Anything else anybody else would like to do with the free time that you have been allotted?
Felix is going to approach Davalor. Davalor, would you mind if I saw the contract for accounting purposes, so that way I know exactly how to budget after this event?
Oh,
It appears you.
I'm sure that can be arranged. Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. It is late in the evening. I'm not certain that I will be able to fetch it tonight, but certainly by tomorrow you will have it to peruse.
Thank you.
Is there, Shannon? Is there an area? I'm assuming, is that grass or is it like something?
This back here is grass,
Yeah.
yes, in the courtyard.
Okay, I'm gonna Morlo's gonna go out there and just practice with his glaive.
Okay.
Oh, Xanthion,
Petra?
if she's Morlo doing that, Xanthion's gonna join him actually.
Okay.
Maybe let's roll.
They do a
Go to
little
the
bit of
statuary
sparring.
garden.
Sure.
I imagine they do a little bit of sparring and stuff.
Morlo accidentally decapitates Xanthion.
Alright.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Morlo's sword just, becomes a Vorpal sword. A more Vorpal glaive.
A glorple?
A
Go
Vorpal
Snicker
glaive.
snack.
Oracle.
Glorpal.
Okay.
Petra would like to explore one of the restricted areas, preferably.
Of course.
Immediately.
Of course.
This I can't. I'm trying to like hold it and do the little circly thing. That one.
Oh, the
Get it?
the madam's chambers?
Yeah, she wants to sneak in there.
Oh my
Snicker
goodness.
snack.
So you are just immediately trying to get into the madam's chambers?
Damn it.
Yeah,
Wait
absolutely.
a little bit.
No.
I tried.
If Titus notices this, he goes to the other side of the building.
I can just imagine Titus seeing as soon as Davalor walks away, I can just imagine Titus sees Petra, just starts scurrying towards the one room,
Slinking.
one of the few rooms they weren't supposed to go to, and he just leaves.
All right.
She is slinking AF.
So as the tour ends and you all separate, Petra, I will need you to make a stealth check just to see if you can kind of sneak away unnoticed from Davalor. The 16.
Check messenger, Shannon.
Titus is going to the library and just peruse.
Okay. So, and then let me see if. Okay. You do manage to slink away. Petra, I will get back to you in just 1 second.
Slink.
Um,
Oh my god, what's your cat's name really quick though, Shannon?
Meep.
Meep?
Meep.
Oh my god, yes. I had a cat named Meep once.
No
Love it.
shit. Yep.
Yes, shit.
Because that is
Like
Is
from the
Is that the
Muppets.
sound they make?
that is the
When they
sound
meow?
that she makes when she meows. Yep.
Yay! Love it. Carry on. Sorry.
All right. So no, it's okay. All right. So Titus is going to the library.
Yes.
Xanthion and Morlo are in the courtyard.
I'm
gonna go to
gonna
the
library with Titus.
All right. So we've got Emma in the library as well.
And I am ritually casting detect magic.
Emma Wood, Titus in the library. We've got Morlo, and we've
In the
got
billiard room with the
Xanthion
revolver
in the courtyard.
with the candlestick. Sorry.
We've
And you
got
Colonel Mustard.
Petra sneaking her way down here. And then we've got after discussing with Davalor about the contract, where is Felix heading?
I put him on the map. He's in the statuary.
Oh, got it. Sorry, I did not see that because I wasn't scrolled far enough over. Okay.
It's all right.
And Jim, where would Natari like to be?
Somewhere in the middle. Oh, I want to go sneak around to somewhere too. I'm gonna follow what Petra.
All right, roll me a perception check to see if you notice, because she is trying to sneak away.
No, she can't. She's not that sneaky. Because you always know she's up to something. Perception. got a +6. So. Oops.
So you notice her. So you're trailing the cat. All right. So first things
Is he
first,
being stealthy at all? Or is he just walking?
dude. He's in plate armor.
Oh yeah.
Trailing the cat.
No, he's not.
The cat
I mean,
is
yeah,
all
it's
stealthy and
mithril
he's
plate,
just like,
but it's still plate. Okay, so we'll start in the library. Titus and Emma. A variety of earthy aromas meet your nostrils upon entering. Smells of polished wood, old cloth, lingering tobacco smoke, and the subtle must of aging paper compete with one another to lay claim to the air. Shelves line nearly every square inch of wall space, with books and tomes occupying nearly every inch of shelf space. One small reading desk sits tucked into a corner with a large oil painting prominently displayed above the desk.
I'm ritually casting detect magic.
Emma's picking through the books, seeing if they're looking for anything on planes or dimensions. Or anything that might hint to who the madam is. Or what. What the fuck is that?
That is the oil painting that is hanging above the desk,
I hate it.
with a small title placard immediately underneath, centered under the frame. The title of which is shown at the top.
Oh, wonk beneath.
Is everyone supposed to be seeing this?
Yeah, because you guys were given this tour.
Oh,
You would have seen that.
I hate it.
It's
Just,
oddly
you know,
beautiful.
It is, but I still hate it.
So dramatic. Love it. Oh my god, I got the hiccups. Don't mind me.
All right. So you guys,
Is there any kind of like history check or something that this might relate to? The painting? Just asking.
Nothing springs immediately to your mind. You can roll me a history check, see if it
Can I
sparks
roll?
anything. Yeah, I'll give you one.
That's a natural 20
Nice.
plus history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 21.
21. So a 19 and a 21. Yeah, you guys are supremely confident that if this is referencing any sort of a historical event with which you are familiar, it is done in such an abstract style that you have no idea what the hell it is supposed to be.
Cool.
All right.
Then I proceed to ritually cast detect magic and then
All right.
peruse the library.
That'll keep you busy for 10 minutes. Felix.
roll initiative. The statues come to life.
Oh joy. Let me just close my book. Yes. Dungeon Maestro.
A long but narrow rectangular garden. At the center, stone benches presenting a seating area around a bubbling fountain of similar design but smaller structure than the courtyard fountain. The far north and south ends of the garden are dominated by imposing stone forms of faceless, vague statues standing 12 feet tall, holding flaming stone braziers. The walk to each of these stone monoliths is framed on either side by more life-size and vastly more detailed sculptures.
Well, just at a periphery sort of glance, would I recognize them as any historical figures?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Advantage didn't really count for shit.
No, nothing particularly strikes your fancy. Why did I ask for perception? I meant history. Sorry. Roll me a history check.
That's all right. I mean, I was looking, so that does make sense.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Please not be a 2. Oh, thank you, God.
Yeah, okay. Nothing particularly of interest that immediately strikes you as a notable historical figure. The northwest statue
Yep.
is looks to be in the form of an elf in a solemn chin down pose with a mournful expression and closed eyes. The southwest is a half orc, face contorted in a scream as it brandishes a great axe.
Oh, also remember that little trick I showed you in the week about the ping?
Just about wrapping up, bud. Sorry, say that again.
Remember that trick I showed you with the ping? If you hold down, I think it was Alt and ping,
Nice. That work?
or Shift. What was it? I guess Shift. Yep. Then it'll move. It'll move everyone to your ping.
So that one is a large half orc in a perpetual scream holding a great axe. This one
Oh, that's
is
neat.
looks to be carved in the resemblance of a hill dwarf standing resolute, mace in one hand, shield bearing the symbol of the law hammer strapped to the other arm. And then this one, yeah, you can use my phone. This one, where did it go? Looks to be a human with long hair and a beard, well trimmed. Flowing robes adorn this young man with flowing long red hair and a well trimmed beard. And as you look at him, you're like, oh wait, no, this one actually does look like somebody I'm familiar with. This has to be somebody that I know. It bears a striking resemblance to Davalor Detlev. And that's where we will pick up next session.
No, you can't do that. This
Oh,
is unfair.
We're recording still?
Yeah, I record until he gives experience.
Woo.
Why did you say, are we recording still?
You
No
can
reason.
say a cuss word.
Hadn't stopped me before.
So XP.
Whatever it is, it ends in a 33.
Straight to the point. Good session. What's the XP?
Yep.
This was
I'm only
amazing.
good for one thing to you people.
Aww.
This was amazing. That carriage fight was amazing. I really thought we lost Natari.
878 experience points.
878.